Good evening and welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Saturday edition, post-Thanksgiving edition, technical excellence edition. I don't know if I've forgotten anything else. But anyway, with us tonight are Minions 5. Goodness, so many Minions. SkepTok.
Hi, everybody.
DrFunctional.
Which is all my fault.
Serenity Star 13.
Hello.
Geodes.
We're putting the band back together.
And Sora Luna.
Back again. We just need Prospero.
All right. Yeah, well,
Word.
so Sora Luna, does it make you sad knowing we're down here eating all this delicious food and you don't get any?
No,
it doesn't bother you because you have your own.
What are you talking about?
You have like your own special weird Thanksgiving in October.
Yeah, our own
Celebrate the harvest.
best Thanksgiving.
And
especially since, you know, I had a beautiful dinner of lamb vindaloo tonight. Nothing gets me down. So good.
Oh man.
yeah, lamb vindaloo is.
I love it. I love lamb vindaloo.
Lamb vindaloo is pretty darn good. It's
Yes,
it's hot, but it's got potatoes in it and
Can't do it.
and lamb and it's a great dish.
I don't judge anybody who does. I can't do it though. It's because it's got lamb in it. Can't do it.
Yeah. So
I'm weird. I
so
openly
you-
admit to it.
So did you go out to eat or was this home
No,
cooking?
this was no. I ordered in.
Ah,
Smart woman.
good job.
Yeah, it's from a place that's very, very good. There's no point.
No,
If we cook lamb, I'm not making it Indian style. I'm making it like Romanian style / Greek style / just stick it in the oven because it cooks itself because lamb is best thing on earth.
it's pretty
But
great.
if I want proper, like, because it really with the Indian stuff, it's the sauces and the spice mix and how it's cooked and prepared. And if you want to do it properly, it takes
It's
forever.
3 billion spices.
And I'm not. I'd rather just pay somebody and support the local economy.
When you're cooking for like a bunch of people, it totally makes sense to do it yourself. If it's just like you and 2 or 3 other people, just pay an expert.
No, it's one of those cuisines that like there's going to be certain dishes from it that is very doable for small scale, but for the more complicated stuff where you really have to simmer it for a very long time, no.
So you're familiar with Adam Carolla, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. So Adam Carolla has this little bit that he does, or it's kind of a shtick. And one of the things that he likes to go back to, it's one of his evergreens, is he talks about people who don't necessarily do the virtuous thing, whatever it is, but if they thought about doing it, that almost counts. It's kind of like, well, I was thinking about driving to go pick the stuff up instead of having DoorDash bring it. But then I found out that somebody else in the house already ordered it. But I feel good about myself just for thinking that I might go pick it up myself.
That's sad. That's like mental gymnastics of trying to justify your behavior to yourself.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I am blessed not to have that level of stress in my life.
Yeah. If I'd have been there,
But it is
I know
funny.
I would have, if I'd have been there, I know I would have stepped up. It would have been fun. And I hear he goes to this one a lot. It really is one of his evergreens. And so did you have it delivered, or did you even think about going to pick it up yourself, or did you just have it
Oh
delivered?
no, I have not removed pajamas off my body today. Like fuck that. That's what the apps are for. And due to it being the Black Friday from the Blessed Americans, I have 5 free months of Uber Eats One.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, nice. So
you go.
because of that, I don't have to pay the, like you get 5% off some fees, you don't pay delivery, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. And because of everyone wants you to like get, I had some like coupon, $3 off or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, okay, it's like basically girl math. It's basically free.
It's basically free. Exactly.
No, I have no guilt. I have never felt guilty.
No, I didn't. I
doing a delivery.
I get the impression from talking to you over the years that you're not really encumbered by guilt over things like this.
No.
I knew that when I
Or
brought it up,
really
or I
not
wouldn't
jealous,
have even
frankly.
I wouldn't have even said it. If I didn't already know what the answer was or kind of have an inkling, I wouldn't have even asked you. I've learned over the years, because sometimes you're having a conversation and then you paint yourself into a corner because you just don't think it through. God knows I've been there a few times. I still am trying to live down the time I was in a meeting with some people and I had a code printout and I handed it to a blind guy to have him take a look.
Oh, Harry,
That's
no.
right out of Dilbert.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
My coworker did something similar. Okay, I have to share this.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
I had tears when it happened. So due to the, I work in a specialist office, and we had one patient who was emailing us about, he just kept getting recurrence of certain symptoms and everything. And my coworker answered the email saying, well, here's the next, here's some things you can try. And ended it with, it's really best to make sure you try to avoid sitting for long periods of time, because this is going to make your symptoms increase the likelihood of your symptoms returning, etc. And he replies, I would if I weren't in a wheelchair. And this patient has been our patient for like 5-6 years at this point.
Mhm.
We know this patient. We know the brother who comes to assist him. We know, like, and she's like, I'm never answering emails that again. And I was in tears. I was laughing so hard because, but he
You
was
are
a
an
good
evil
sport
woman.
about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is the best mistake you can make. Luckily, it was to a guy who has a
sense of
lot of
humor
sense
about
of
it.
humor. She sent
Yeah.
an apology, and she said, I beg your pardon. Like, it was, worded like I did not. I'm like, just tell him you completely forgot he's in the wheelchair. You don't see wheels.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm gonna get fired.
Just tell him he doesn't sound like he's in a wheelchair.
There you
Yeah.
go. No, you don't sound like you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah, well, WD-40 takes care of a lot of things.
Sneak up on everybody.
Yeah.
He has such a presence when he comes in that you didn't even notice the wheelchair.
Yeah. So geodes,
Hey.
things you can make in your Instant Pot. So we're talking about making Indian food, and for the most part, I actually kind of agree. But if you are having problems in that tender area,
Biggity.
I recommend not eating lamb vindaloo, because that is not the dish that you want when things are tender back there. That is
Giggity.
yeah.
Mhm.
Vindaloo is basically God, what is that? Is basically the kung pao of India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't do that. But
Kung
there
pao,
are a lot
right.
of things that you can actually make in your Instant Pot. So one thing that is very easy to make, like really easy to make, and even beginners can do it, aloo gobi. It's just
Aloo
cauliflower, a little bit of spice mix, and potatoes. Super easy to make. Paying people to make it for you almost it makes me feel guilty because it's so easy to make.
Okay.
It's a great dish. It's full of potatoes. It's basically butter, spices, and potatoes with a little cauliflower. You really can't go too far wrong.
Okay.
And, yeah. But anyway, what else is new and exciting with you?
Oh, not much. We were talking a little bit backstage. I had dinner with my folks. Actually made dinner, so that
Mhm.
was a nice change. I also sliced my finger open, so that was fun.
Cool.
Is
So
this
I
like
got
the second time you've sliced your finger open?
what
He's
was
learning.
the first time? I'm trying to remember.
You're not a man unless you have 37.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
then
the
stick your head
problem.
in salt water.
There you go. Well, the problem, the good news is that this was after I got everything put in the Instapot.
You didn't want to add extra
so-
flavor?
So
Mhm.
yeah, no extra flavor. But yeah, here's the thing. I have all these knives. I have all these various knives, and I use them every day, and it's totally fine. But the moment you give me a razor or a potato peeler or a cheese grater,
Mhm.
bad things happen. And in my case, it was me cleaning up a little bit, and I ran my finger right along my safety blade for my face. So yeah, I got a big band-aid on it now, and I was debating going to urgent care. It was that bad enough for that, but I decided no, I'm just going to see how it
No,
goes.
no,
And so far,
no.
it seems like we're good. Seems like we're okay.
Usually,
I
if
managed
you
to do that 2 times in my life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry to
Been
hear
there.
that happened, but
When in doubt, crazy glue versus amazing
I-
skin closer.
That's what I did to my knuckle.
I have a super glue on my shopping list for the next time I go out. So yeah.
well,
Nice.
you might want to also get some little butterfly closure bandages too. Those
Yeah.
are
And
Yeah.
Actually kinda
Vaseline.
handy.
Vaseline was
I-
better than Neosporin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the closure bandage probably wouldn't have worked in this case. But that's
Cauterize
also something-
cauterize
No,
the
no, no.
wound.
So, because of my weird algorithm, look for zip tie bandages.
bandages.
So,
Okay.
so basically, you put each end, you stick it on each side of the laceration, and you start pulling it tight. So it's like the zip
Okay.
tie goes click, 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 click until it closes the cut.
Yeah, that's
It
what
is
I was
quite
referring
tight.
to.
And then you snip. It's more secure than like a butterfly bandage because you can like adjust and then you just cut off the ends and it just sits there. It looks very cool. Apparently, it's a thing.
I don't want to stay too long on this, but
Yeah.
I don't think that would have worked either, Sora. That's all.
I know what would have worked is Rayleigh Trauma Kit. It's a really great
Chop off
tourniquet
the
that you
finger.
can put on your arm itself. So if you cut off all the blood flow to the arm, it'll solve the issue.
There you go.
All
Yeah,
right,
that sounds like fun.
Minions of the Zoo does not provide health
Yeah,
advice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing we don't do.
Don't do it.
Yeah, we skirt that rule sometimes, but we never
Oh, and-
actually tell you to what to do with as far as medicine goes.
Yeah. Also, I did drive down with my folks and visit my uncles for a couple days, and then I came back.
And then you
It
ran
was
away.
here.
Like
Then I
the
ran
smart man
away.
you are.
Exactly. Yes. So,
Anything before we move upward to Serenity? Anything else? Geodes?
no, that's
No? Okay. Hi, Serenity.
Hola.
I assume, I almost don't even need to ask, but I assume Thanksgiving was wonderful. Was it?
Yeah.
Good.
We had turkey and mashed potatoes. We had green beans. I'm sorry, I'm chewing something.
Okay.
Is it turkey?
No, we have turkey for tomorrow. We have plenty of turkey left, trust me. Had salad. I had a piece of pumpkin pie. My mom's had a piece of apple. Yeah, we didn't really we had rolls, of course. We don't really go too ham because it's one of those things that the turkey, if it's good enough, is good enough on its own. So you don't want too much.
Mhm.
Made homemade gravy. Huge.
Yummy.
And turkey only really gets one day a year.
Well, yeah.
You know, you can make it other days, but I mean, turkey, it's kind of like got a locked in perpetual reservation for Thanksgiving. And
Well,
sometimes people will dally with other things, but I feel like most people end up going back to turkey eventually.
we only have other than chicken, we only really have bird in this family twice a year. On Thanksgiving, we have turkey. On Christmas, we have goose.
Well, a friend of mine made duck, and I said,
Nice.
how did this go? And my friend said, oh, you mean the rubber duck?
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta know.
Aw.
You gotta know what you're doing to do duck. You gotta know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're doing to make duck.
I said, did you dry the skin off? No. Did you put
you
slits
score
in the
the back?
skin? Did
Didn't
you score
crisp
it?
the skin. Yeah.
No. How
No.
did you cook it? I just
it in the
used,
oven?
just
With
used the
heat.
instructions that
With
were on the
vibes.
package.
Yeah,
With
basically.
high vibe cooked it.
It's okay.
Oh yeah. no,
Onward. Next time, next time it's good. And also, duck is pretty agreeable. You can just start with like a duck breast, right? And then a lot less work than a full duck.
You have to make sure you get the right kind of duck. Yes, but yeah, no. The people always forget to dry the skin because they're used to beef roasts and stuff like that. And you
Yeah.
really don't have to do
With
that with
duck-
beef
with-
roast.
With duck, you're looking for the mallard reaction.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm ching.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
We all
I'll
died
let myself
inside
out.
just a
Wow.
little
But
tiny bit.
No, come on. That was cute.
I know, it's good.
We always do the turkey in a cast iron skillet,
Mhm.
and then we do, which I found out I apparently had learned from Knowlton Brown cookbook. I do a triangle of tinfoil over the chest. This way, because the heating element for the top of the oven is so close to and you don't want that to fry in a
No.
bad way.
No.
So do that. So this way it's nice. We don't do stuffing. Not in this house.
No stuffing, no dressing.
No stuffing. No stuffing. The turkey was not marinated. It was brined. Mostly in just herbs and stuff like that. And she came out beautifully and no one got sick. So that's always a bonus.
Yay.
And we have plenty of leftover, and the dogs have gotten some too.
No, that's good. That's good. That's excellent. Let's see. So I guess we get next DrFunctional. Hi, DrFunctional.
Do we really?
Yes, we do. You've been a busy boy. You're busy doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, don't remind me. Yeah.
I don't know how much of it you can talk about,
I
like
have
none.
mentioned before that I mean, there's several of them. I'm not going to go into details, but through some legal proceedings that I are coming to a head, not a full completion, but coming to a head on Monday. So obviously preparing, and I'm representing myself, so preparing case notes and files and evidence and all this wonderful stuff that I fucking hate the law. Oh my God.
If it means anything, it hates you too.
Yeah, it really does. Because I am the layman and the law fucking despises us for not being lawyers to understand even basic shit. So I've been educating myself, let's say. And in between those, and this is the weird part, Skep and I were talking about my weird brain before the show, that interspersed in between these long stretches of writing legal documentation, I go and I watch a video about like chemistry or astrophysics or something, just because I need something that my brain will actually enjoy listening to about, and learning about something like neurotransmitters in the brain. Like, that was fun. So yeah, it's also funny into Gio's point. I've cut my hand in a point where I said, ooh, maybe I should go to the ER, and in one case didn't, in the other case did, but only because it was a work injury. The back of my hand, the flat part of my hand, struck a grater.
Ooh.
So I grated off the back of my hand, but I just kind of, rubbed it and walked it off. And then the other one was the sous chef in one of my kitchens was showing something to chef, and I don't know how, but lost control of his knife.
Oh God!
And he was a Santoku user, so it's a long, thinner blade than a traditional chef's knife that people in the audience might envision. It's about 2 inches to 1.5 inches wide on the blade. Blade on one side, and it went flying across the kitchen into my hand. And I caught it midair, blade side into my palm. Thankfully, it wasn't toward my fingers, because that's a lot harder to repair. And sutured my own palm. And was like, nah, I'm fine. I'll go back to work. They're like, the hell you are? Yeah, I'll put a glove on. I'll put on a glove on. It's, whatever. And they're like, no, this is a workplace safety thing. Like, you got to go to the hospital. We need records. We need this. They thought I had left. They were aghast that I sutured my own hand in the washroom.
What did you suture it with?
There was a suture kit in the first aid kit. I took the whole first aid kit, went up into the washroom.
So you actually
there was iodine.
Suture. You used a real suture.
Yeah.
Procedure.
I mean, the environment wasn't sterile, but I mean, the tools, the fact that I sterilized the wound with proper iodine. Oh my God, that fucking kills.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. Yeah.
In such a large, clean cut, just like.
I'm sorry, but I'm just imagining you suturing with butcher's twine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody was chef. The sous chef was mortified, not only because he lost control of his knife, but that I caught it. And chef was incensed. He was like, "Why the fuck did you catch that knife?" I'm like, "It's about to go into the prep area where all the fucking high school and younger kids, 20s, whatever, high school, college kids go for their summer jobs." I'm like, I'm not letting that go and hit somebody else. And it's just who I am as a character. That was a danger. I stopped the danger.
I'm not going to let
don't even think about it.
Hit people with hopes and dreams. Why would I do that to them?
If you had just thought about
they thought I
stopping
wrapped it up in a towel and went to the hospital. But no, I came down and I was like, no, I'm good. Oh my God.
No, next time just think about stopping it, but then exercise good judgment and don't stop it. But you can feel good about
Yes.
yourself for wanting to
But
stop
duck.
it. Yeah. So
Exactly.
is it accurate to say that you caught it when you basically stopped it by having it skewer your hand?
I mean, that's the
Is
same
that
thing,
really-
I think.
Because I feel like catch isn't really the right word.
He intercepted it.
You did intercept it. You did, yeah. Because I believe it goes.
I was even kind of stunned that I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize, like, until I caught the thing, it was in my hand. The blade side was in my hand. I didn't even realize that I had caught the knife.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you once again, you intercepted it. You didn't catch it.
Well, I did catch it.
I know. I mean, I know your fingers probably closed it around and all that kind of stuff. You did, but yeah, it's still
Like physically caught it, but
Yeah.
I know you guys mean like caught it by the handle, like I'm some kind of knife juggler or something. No, I'm not
Jackie
that
Chan.
coordinated. I just used to play goaltender in junior hockey, so
Oh yeah, because that'll make you go and oh
yeah, sick
God!
glove hand. It's just a reaction. So you know, if a not turnip, what do you call the radish? I'm thinking red,
Radish.
sort of like heart-shaped. Yeah. If a radish were to go flying across the kitchen, I would do the same thing. I would try to like deflect it down to the ground or catch it as to stop the foreign object from flying through the fucking. It's how I caught the bat in my apartment. I didn't think. I just caught it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone's got death wishing bleeding. Yeah.
Mhm. I like Silver Ravenwing's comment, find the destination.
Yeah, that's the bonus shit.
Well, we should go to SkepTok now,
We should.
and then Skep can greet the chat, which is his.
My forte.
Yeah, it's your forte. It's not so much your obligation, but I do believe it is. It's something you like doing, and you're way better at it than me. So please do that.
No, we have lots of people coming in to listen to us tonight, and happy to say hello to everybody. First one in was Brol13, and followed by Jay Blizza immediately after. Blue Eyed Scream is here along with us, and so we're all happy to have all you guys here do this show for you, and enjoy having you participate in the show with your comments. And sometimes chat is just as interesting or more interesting than the show. So everybody keep your eye on chat and see what they're saying. And we do appreciate what you have to say and be a part of the show that way.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
see. Rad's Cord has slipped in, and Silver Ravenwing is here.
Mhm.
I didn't see them coming in, and more coming in all the time, Mary. Welcome, gentles all.
see, I would have just mispronounced everybody's name or called them all Shemp. I can't be trusted. It's a
That's our
problem.
Harry.
It's okay. I have other redeeming characteristics I like to tell myself. So, don't even ask me about my Thanksgiving. It's boring and not interesting. But Skep, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was interesting because it was a big family Thanksgiving that I didn't take advantage of because of this diet that I'm on.
Mm.
It is an exhibition of culinary skill over at Katie's house, and I chose to not go over there this year because I'm on this kind of Atkins thing, and I've lost a lot of weight on it. I've continued to lose a lot of weight, feel better and better, and I didn't want to go flying off of that because of all the great food that was over there. But I understand it was amazing.
Yeah.
That's hard. That takes a lot of self-control. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Because it's
I want what I want.
Skep's
Yeah.
in the new habits phase, though. You know, it's not. If you tried to do that in week 1, it would be pretty tough. But you've been doing this for a while now, right, Skep?
Yeah, but a couple of years.
Yeah. So you understand the trade-offs. But do you have cheat days at all?
Oh yeah, I absolutely do, and
Okay.
and that's the other thing is if I had it, when I want to cheat, I have very specific things that I have lined up, and most of them aren't Thanksgiving types of foods. Honestly, that's just not what I want to spend the calories on.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is mostly it's stuff that that either make or Brenda makes or we make together. That's kind of the fun of it for me.
Well, while I have your attention, found this in Tom's Hardware. 40 years ago, an enthusiast biked 17,000 miles over 17 months with mobile computer to complete the pioneering Computing Across America expedition. Solar and 1980s portable gadgets powered the Winnebago across America. I was looking at this article, and this guy had like a Tandy computer and had this silly recumbent bike and stuff. And I swear, I remember there being a story about a completely different guy who did mostly the same thing. He was a Sun microsystems engineer, and he did this thing that he called No Madness, and he put out this diary, before people blogged. He had this diary of his trip, the way he went around, and it was absolutely fascinating. Does this ring a bell at all to you? Are you familiar with this story?
I'm trying to think. When you said the word No Madness,
yes, that was what he called it.
Yeah, that really rang a bell.
Robert C. Brown.
Robert C. Brown. Okay.
Yeah,
there were a few people that did that. This is one of those things where people say, "Oh, I did this thing," and I say, "Yeah, well, some of us did it back when it was hard." It's like trying to basically have like a recumbent dorkmobile that has a computer built into it and solar panels and all this sort of stuff. It's like, I never had that kind of time, Skep. I like the idea of doing something like that, but there was a small, brave handful of guys who just didn't care how foolish they looked. They just went out on the road with their portable and sometimes not so portable computers and just went biking. I don't know.
Yeah.
It does seem like it's an almost one-to-one correlation, at least around Silicon Valley, that anybody on a recumbent bike almost always has like the Unix wizard beard. No? I don't know of too many people with recumbent bikes, but they're almost always software engineers. But anyway, I was curious if you remembered this.
The Unix wizard beard is, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know precisely what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, good times. The journey started before Windows 1, before the Apple Mac, before cell phones, and before the internet.
People don't realize some of us were taking Fortran 4 courses in 1971, and that was before Fortran had string handlers. You couldn't even handle strings in it. It was truly formula translation.
The good old days.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not bore everybody with this
with
particular
punch card
thing,
stories.
With punch card stories. So I mentioned the X-59 not that long ago, the supersonic plane that doesn't have sonic booms at the ground. So hopefully something like this might be a thing that we could have in more places in the US. Well, they did another test, and so we've got a little more video.
Ugh.
That looks almost full size. Quite the schnoz on that thing.
That thing got a nose.
So I'm going to kill the sound here until we get it. But this almost looks like the future. Isn't this kind of what we were promised, Skep?
Yes, very much so. Especially like the shape of the thing. The long proboscis is.
It looks like the Concorde almost, and I know that's the reason why is because they have to be shaped rather similarly. But that's what.
It's like the Concorde, but way more aggressive. And this thing is quiet. I mean, for what it is, it's quiet.
I think I think there was a civilian video of them doing the test flight, and you could barely hear the thing, not compared to the stuff we've had in the past.
Oh, we showed one a while ago, and this is much newer. This is a follow-up test. Yeah. It's nice to see NASA doing the avionics thing. Because for the longest time, they really were, dare I say, an unofficial way of the government kind of sponsoring companies like Boeing and Lockheed.
They were a cash pump.
They were a cash pump. It's like, here, have some free supercomputer time. Here, let us tech transfer this thing that we spent a whole bunch of money, and we'll give it to you so that you can make America better by building better airplanes. And you know that the Airbus people and everybody else are getting way more than our people were getting. So it's kind of hard to get too worked up about it. But occasionally when some crazy person starts saying, oh, well, the government, is giving welfare to big companies, well, kind of are sometimes.
Yep. Happens.
But I'm not sure it's
Alton
really
Brown's
a
excited
problem.
about it.
I'm sorry?
Alton Brown's excited about it.
Alton Brown's excited about it. Yeah, there he is. He's making sweet potato pie.
Pumpkin spice latte, sweet potato pie.
Oh, is that what the PSL stands for?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like the fact that there are no real good or not easily to find baking pumpkins anymore. So he's like, no, I'm just going to do sweet potatoes because it's Alton Brown and he's a contrarian.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There used to
But
be. Sorry, go ahead, Geodes.
I just figured that was the appropriate facial reaction, you know. So there you go.
I mean, it's Alton.
I kind of like a lot of the sort of the more black, in quotes, barbecue places because they will often serve sweet potato pie, and I love really good sweet potato pie. Not sweet potato mousse pie. I want the old school sweet potato pie. And there was a place in East Palo Alto, which was a terrible gang-ridden hellhole at the time, called Goldie's Barbecue. And Goldie would make the barbecue, his wife would make the sweet potato pies. And the gangs had enough respect for the two of them that they actually declared like a safe zone. Like a safe zone around his business so that his customers could come there and take care of it. How awesome do you have to be at making pie and barbecue for the gangs to decide that no, you're good. You just get a pass. I know I've told that story before, but I like that story.
It's still a good story though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just that not even gangs aren't stupid.
No, that's absolutely true. So there is a terrible, terrible story, which I kind of don't want to talk about, but I feel like I have to, because if I don't, everybody's going to say, why aren't we talking about this? You guys heard about the Chicago train thing, right?
Mm-hmm. The immolation thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, yes.
Okay, let's just bring this up here.
Train is due back in court today.
Hold on, just technical problems.
He faces a federal terrorism charge. His name is Lawrence Reed. He has been arrested more than 46 times, 9 of those times for felonies, according to local outlets. But he was released in August for aggravated battery with just an ankle monitor. Paul Morrow is a Fox News contributor, former NYPD.
Yeah, there's not much point in having an ankle monitor if you don't actually do something when they violate the terms of the bond. So if he's on a personal recognizance bond and they've got him on an ankle monitor and then nothing happens when he does things he's not supposed to do, seems like it kind of defeats the point of it. And Brandon Johnson is a complete piece of work. He's basically saying, sorry, that's actually the wrong one. But Brandon Johnson went on record essentially saying, it's not that big a deal. This kind of thing hardly ever happens. And they always want to do this, just kind of slide it under the rug. It doesn't happen that often. It's not like every day somebody gets lit on fire by a guy who is clearly a violent criminal that does not belong outside with the rest of us.
Most of the time, it never happens. What's the big deal?
Yeah, it always never. It's the famous always never construction.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, this is the whole argument that there's about 3% of the people that just can't get along with everybody else. And if we just sort of separated them, we'd actually have a pretty decent society. It does. I mean, I don't want to see people just go like, school to prison complex. Certainly we don't want that. But if somebody shows such a clear pattern of like, you can't work and play well with others, I have zero qualms about locking people like that up, whether it's in a mental hospital or whether it's in some sort of penile thing, penal.
Yeah.
It's penal.
Is it actually? It's just penal, not penal.
It's penal. Yes, it's penal.
I think
it's a little bit of both,
starts
but yeah.
out as one and becomes the other.
Yeah.
Well, one of you is getting
Is symmetry, yes?
One of you is taking the penile once you go penal.
Yeah. See, this is why I can't be trusted to greet the chat. I don't know. Does anybody want to vent about this? Because it's the same story we see all the time. Liberal mayors, broken law enforcement, people saying we don't want, we want to rehabilitate people, or we want restorative justice. And then somebody who's completely innocent has to pay the price because the system fails them.
And then this guy has the gall to say that. And what? this is what you're saying out loud to the public, to the family of the victim.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Apparently.
well
Yeah.
it's okay, barely happens. It's like it's you're brushing the severity of the crime. It's like it's not important.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Like how can you just look yourself in the mirror when you say shit like this?
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's
Yeah.
getting paid really well. He don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
There
Geodes.
was- I was gonna say, definitely would be nice to see some if you have like mayors or governors or whatever not enforcing law. It'd be great to see some way of enforcing it. You like to think there's something that could be done.
I treat Chicago the way I'm going to treat New York now. You freaking voted for this. If you continue to vote for it, it's your own damn fault. I'm not going to save you.
Yeah.
Same way I look at California. No offense, Harry. I adore you, but no offense. But it's like,
Hey, at least I don't live in New York City.
that's valid.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's just like, you made this choice. Democracy worked. You picked it. You start having problems, don't come bitching to me. If I have to hear one more stupid Southern Californian, mostly Los Angeles people, say, well, our taxes pay for your state. No, they don't. Your state's so far in debt. No, it doesn't. Learn how crap works, you idiot. But yeah, no, I'm the same way with Chicago. It's like you all had Beetlejuice, who we all were like, I mean, she's bad. Like, they can't be this stupid. And they voted again for the same piece of crap, just worse. And it's like, y'all are not, both New York and Chicago are not going to be happy until they're Detroit, like legitimately. And Detroit, thankfully, is coming back. It just took like 50 fucking years. But you made your choice. Not much can be done for it at this point.
Yeah.
Just don't drag me down with you. That's all I'm asking.
At its apex, Detroit was one of the greatest cities on the planet.
Yep.
It's going to come back, but it's never going to get back to where it was.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And
Like,
that's just because of reality. Reality
Yeah,
is different.
yeah.
They had their fantastic golden age, and if they can
Yeah.
just get things back to silver,
yeah, which is like, I think should be the
Copper.
aim for I think silver.
Yeah.
But I think that should be the aim for everything. Like
It'll never be 1965 in Detroit again.
yeah.
No.
It'll never happen again.
No, but it's like, I want this, as with everything, I like everybody, I think, agrees. We just want the cities to be safer, people to be happy, or at least content. Content, in my opinion, is much better than happy, and just be safe. But yeah, no, it's the only way something is going to change in Chicago is if it's, and I would have put this out to the internet in case anybody tries to clip me. I am not saying I want anyone to die. I do not want anyone to get harmed. I do not want anybody to even like suffer a hangnail. But the only way this is going to change is if a very large, very well known, very well connected African American person is the one who gets hurt. It's got to be a rapper, like a big rapper, or it's got to be an actor, or it's got to be something. Because as long as the person getting hurt is either white or not African American, no one's going to give a crap.
I hope that's not true. I really do.
I do too, but the way things are going, and it's the same thing with Atlanta. Los Angeles is starting to feel that way too, and same thing with New York. The only way any of this is going to change is when someone finally gets a clue and goes, "Oh, it's not just hurting the white people," and that's the only way anything's going to start moving in any direction.
Well, things catch fire and sort of, forget the go viral thing. Every now and then, some little white kid falls down, gets stuck in a well, and everybody cares about stuff. You can never really tell what's going to set people off. I definitely think that would be a way to make people change. I'm not sure it's the only way. And I only say that because I can't really tell what's going to set people off all the time. It's almost impossible. It's weird when something gets traction well beyond what you would expect it to, and because you just don't see it coming.
Or a famous animal gets hurt.
Or a famous animal.
Well, I mean, that was the only way anyone started actually finally going after Hamas Piker was when he allegedly electrocuted his dog.
Lest we forget Topsy the elephant.
Yeah.
Anyway, poor Topsy. Had to get one for the cost. So you are using the big paintbrush on California again, and I remembered I have something in here. I found this this little video. I'm just going to mute it here. And it's like, I found the last good town left in California, and it's affordable. So this guy, Nick Johnson, went out and spent 39 minutes talking about Weaverville, California. And
yes, let's tell everybody about it since where they all go to it.
oh,
it's
they're
no
not.
longer affordable.
People aren't going to move to Weaverville, California. It's too honest and decent, and doesn't have enough distractions. But we have towns like this. You could show this picture to somebody, and they wouldn't even know it was California. I mean, this could be any good, decent, in the country sort of place, right?
It looks like it's in the Midwest. It's not my neck of the woods, but it looks like it's the Midwest.
Well, the
'cause it's
trees
too
are the
flat.
wrong color. That's the giveaway.
Well, it's also too flat.
It's also too flat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna
that's
say
true.
it's too sunny.
It
But-
looks so cute.
There's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of California that's just
It's
like this.
norms.
Like,
This is like right out of one of those Hallmark movies. I love it.
yeah,
It's like the West Coast version of Stars Hollow.
Yeah.
yeah.
The girls will get that. Boys won't.
I figured it was some cozy game thing.
Nope.
Gilmore Girls.
It's a
Oh.
TV show.
Oh, the Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, there we go.
I saw a little of that sort of involuntarily. It was one of those shows that you're just like, you'd be walking by and somebody would be watching it.
Yeah.
And then you just try not to look. You don't want to get
I
sucked
I
in.
genuinely disliked almost every single person in that show except for her parents.
Yeah.
I
And then
honestly,
Richard the Fool.
it's bad when you cannot stand characters to the point where you start siding with their snobby, rigid
I
parents.
I
You're
still
talking
love
about
that show.
Lauren
I grew up
Graham's
with-
parents, right? Her character's parents.
Yes.
So what was her character's name?
Lorelai.
Lorelai. Oh God. And what was the daughter's name?
Also Lorelai, but she was called Rory.
Ugh.
I love that show.
Ugh. Okay. Yeah,
Fight me.
I admit I am probably not the target audience for that.
No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Apparently Sora's not the target audience either.
No, I wasn't. No.
Well, I mean, it was like that single
definitely too
mom
tweety.
thing. She has rich parents, but she's fiercely independent. So yada yada
Yeah.
yada,
She's
and
stupid.
then they love
the
her.
whole show
Yeah.
is her spiting, cutting her nose to spite her face against her parents.
Yeah.
And while they had some, like, I understand some of her ideas and stuff. I can't remember. I didn't watch every single episode ever, but like there was, like what the fuck. And then the grandparents love their granddaughter
Mhm.
very much, and they help her and everything. And they basically have an Arrested Development daughter and a granddaughter that eventually becomes entitled bitch when she goes
Wow.
off this is what I remember. I just hated this show, okay?
Yeah.
But the vibes are lovely, immaculate, as the kids say.
Mhm.
There's a hot guy in it that was hot
there's
when
a
I was
few.
a kid and is hot. I
Yeah.
think he's hot now. And yeah, I would love to live in that town.
So
Yeah.
was Lauren Graham's character Delulu?
No.
I just I like how
You
terrible
saying no,
Gen
no,
Z
don't-
slang is, and
Don't
doesn't it
ever
just feel
say-
really bad when I say it? Like
Yes.
The Lulu is the Salulu.
Delulu is.
I feel like my grandfather just
Which
said
is true, Lulu.
slang.
I just said the D word.
Oh,
I love
boy.
that. That's my favorite. That has become a part of, shamefully, a part of
Okay, so
my
can
daily vocabulary.
you explain this to Scap and Functional, because they probably do not know what we're talking about?
The Lulu?
Yeah.
Delusional. Being delusional.
Well, it's sort of like a portmanteau of delusional and Lulu. So it's like
and, well,
delusional.
and loco.
And
technically.
loco,
It's-
okay.
Yeah, it's delusional loco. but
Well,
yeah,
Lulu and loco are synonymous for us old
white
folks.
people.
So Delulu is a Gen Z slang term, and I just think it's funny. Every time I say those, it kind of makes me laugh.
I feel like that's not Gen Z though. I feel like that's millennial because I remember millennials saying it, but I could be wrong.
Millennials
The
saying
only-
Delulu?
Maybe it's
The-
that crossover gen.
Maybe that little.
That might be me. That might be my gen.
Geodes, look what you did, dude.
Hey, from my perspective, the only true Lulu is Woolulu from Age of Empires. Just saying that was a great thing to hear. You hear that, and you're like, oh boy, the priests are at it again.
Fine.
Where's the drum riff? Where's it?
So functional.
Nah. Appeal the 19th.
So did yeah.
Fuck you.
So did you have I did not have a chance to look at this. The weird ring dwarf planet unpronounceable may have an extra moon, astronomers discovered. But you said this is something you're
following this little guy because he's just a little dwarf.
Can you give us the 5-minute recap of what this is all about?
Wow.
So first of all, this is a dwarf planet in our solar system. And what's really amazing that caught our attention in February, we found out this little guy's got fucking rings. He's got rings around the planet. Ring around them. Yeah. Which, planets have rings, right? But this little guy's rings are so far out past anything we've observed before, and it was one of those, oh my god, what's going on here? And we can't just look out into the galaxy even with our level of technology and be like, oh yeah, there's a gravitational pull here, there's gravity, and blah 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 blah. And so we better men than us do these insane mathematical calculations to figure it out, and basically it's just all these different factors. And so it was really cool because it was like, oh, okay, we discovered something new again in our own backyard, which huge, but also very tiny. And so while we were looking, humanity, not me, like I wasn't part of this, but I want to say some freaking probe that was doing a flyby of like Saturn or something like that. They took a little detour on their elliptical path to get some extra glimpse of this little guy. And they found out that this little guy might actually have one more moon than we thought. You can kind of see it in the picture there. That's one of the moons that we do know it had. But of course, when we're thinking of things that are so small on the universal scale of things, dwarf planets are tiny compared to, normal, air quotes, normal size planets, or, think of the size difference between even Earth and, say, Jupiter, and like we're a speck compared to it. This thing is a speck compared to us. So it's harder to pin down how we would normally find out these things by just seeing the light bouncing towards us where we find the negative space. So this thing was this little moon of its was so tiny that we just didn't see it until the cameras passed by and they were like, hey, what's that? And so this type of stuff always gets me excited because learning new stuff about our own backyard, the planet in which we inhabit, the oceans, our own solar system just makes me giddy like a schoolgirl.
So it was through occultation, meaning they were looking at the difference in the brightness over time. And if you see periodic dips in that, it means that something is passing in front of it.
Yes.
So it changes the amount of light coming through. So this is an artist conception, it says. So I thought the wording of it was interesting. They say it has an extra moon. How do you decide if a moon is extra? It isn't like you have a number of moons and that's automatically the right number.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, how do you have an extra moon though?
Well,
hey, you got a spare moon? I got my backup moon over here.
when we do the occultations, that's what it was called, right?
Yeah. That's when you measure the, like I said, you graph basically the brightness over time. Yeah.
They were like, oh, he's got. Well, first of all, we found this guy, and it was in science circles, in astronomy circles, it was like big news. It was like, hey, cool, we found a dwarf planet, and a new dwarf planet in our solar system. So when they did the occultations, they found out it had like 2 or 3 moons or whatever. And so when we took a better look with Webb and the probe, they were like, hey, there might be a third or fourth, whatever the extra moon is.
Yeah,
Plus, you know, when she's extra, you know, she sometimes picks up the check.
Yeah.
She'll sometimes let drive you home after the date. You know, it's just a little extra.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, man. No, a lot of exoplanets are actually discovered via this technique.
Yeah.
So you'll look at a star and go, huh, how come that's getting dimmer? And then once you sort of figure out the period of rotation, you can start plugging in all the Kepler math and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, that's how we find what planets, if any, are orbiting stars.
Yep. Good times. All right. So let's see. Well, this is also a thing that happened. So before a Soyuz launched Thursday, someone forgot to secure a 20-ton service platform. Yeah, there's one pad that's actually set up for human flight at the Baikonur Space Launch Facility. And that pad is very badly damaged now because somebody forgot to strap something down after the last launch.
Geodes, was it you?
Yeah.
I'll never tell.
And so many things that happen with rockets are just somebody making a stupid boner. Like somebody confusing feet and meters. That was a thing that took out a huge Ariane rocket one time. Just forgetting to latch something.
Somebody forgetting that, this button fires the second stage, not the first stage. Oops.
Oops.
Oh, no.
Well, people laugh. You look at all these
no.
binders and you go, you'd think that space would be simpler. No, there's nothing about space that is simple.
Yeah,
it's not simple. It's not easy. Those binders exist for a reason. And there's a guy with a binder that walks around behind you and then a guy behind him. And that's why you double and triple check everything. And the Russians got sloppy, and this is an expensive mistake they just made.
Morris, what do you do?
The engineer who had prepared that particular rocket, I believe it was called the N7 for the Russians, had so much confidence in the launch that he positioned himself close to the launch pad, dangerously close to the launch pad, when the technician, we'll call him Catbert, in the blockhouse, literally fired the second state engine, and while it was in the stack, and it said, "Yep, we're ready to go." You know, fire the first engine, and they fired the second engine, and it blew up the rocket. And the pictures of that are they of course, had film of that, and it's just devastating. You see the biggest explosion you've ever seen in your life.
Well, you've heard me rant about that movie Hidden Figures, the one about the African-American women who worked at NASA and helped with Apollo and Mercury and Gemini. Now, it's a really interesting story. The actual story is interesting, but that movie is terrible from the perspective of being anywhere close to factually correct.
No, absolutely not.
There's like so much stuff. Like the whole separate bathrooms thing had been resolved long before.
And
then
it was morally correct.
Yeah, I know. And then the thing they don't tell you is back when there was an issue, one of these women used the white bathroom for an entire year, and only later did she find out she wasn't supposed to be using it, and then it became a thing. Because nobody wanted to enforce the law, because the people she was working with weren't a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
But more to the point, there's a scene in that movie where they're about to do some sort of test, like a wind tunnel dry fire test sort of thing with a capsule, and she's walking away from this test thing, and her heel gets stuck in this metal grating, and somebody's saying, well, you better leave your shoe if you don't want to die. It's like, that's so not how any of this works.
Yes. I assure you, as somebody whose father was in charge of, among other wind tunnels, the wind tunnel at Wright-Patterson, That was Dad's operation
Yeah.
for a while.
You have all your lockout tags are set up. You
Oh
know where
my
everybody
God.
is. Everything is bad. You don't turn anything
It
on
is very
until it's
carefully
all
done.
buttoned up.
Yeah, no
Mhm.
kidding.
And
no kidding.
I shouldn't care, but it pisses me off.
Pisses me off.
It pisses
too.
me
Yes.
off so much.
It's
I actually
a movie.
okay. I may
Like
Sorry,
Jesus.
it's intellectually dishonest.
the
It's
okay.
intellectually dishonest to convey that as being factual because it's a movie that trades in being factual. A lot of that movie's attractiveness is that it's supposed to be a somewhat factual portrayal of what really happened, and that's a huge
That's
detour
for
detour from reality, and that's not opinion. That's based
Yeah,
on factual.
but all the
things.
historical movies do that. Dunkirk did that. Saving Private Ryan did that.
Mm.
all of
If
those
all the
did.
little boys and girls jumped off a cliff, would you do it because everybody else did it? No.
What the
That's
heck
not-
does that have
But
to do with anything?
I have to disagree, Serenity, because although they were fictitious, they got the important parts relatively correct, factually correct. What the events, how things, not necessarily individual stories. Yes, the Private Ryan and Tom Hanks going to save him. Those kinds of things did happen, but that's not that they didn't make they didn't make a case that this is how it played out for real, for real. And the reason I said what I said was because that's something that is attributed to Goebbels. It doesn't matter if it's factually correct, only that it's morally correct. And that's the problem with propaganda, is that this type of stuff where they present it as factual and it's not factual tends to push the message or a message that is less than I would posit ethical.
And then you disseminate it into the schools and stuff because the teachers will show kids who won't do further research beyond what they're shown in class, etc. I understand why there's annoyance about how they're being dishonest about what happened historically.
Yeah, I have no problem with fiction. The trouble is people treat it like it's a historical record, and so
that's the bigger problem.
Yeah,
that is the bigger problem. So there's a little thing here. Just brought up the
there's
AI
no Ron
thing.
Burgundy.
So most of the types of things that happen is they do timeline compression. So they have events happening in an order and in proximity to each other that just doesn't make any sense to make the drama more compelling. They have people interacting with each other who never met.
Yeah.
They have all this stuff going on. It's definitely about like this sort of message that they're trying to put forward.
Well, I mean,
and on some level, I don't care. Okay, I totally get what you're saying, Serenity. It is a thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. The reason I care recently is because I made a comment saying, well, a problem with this movie is there's a lot of historical inaccuracies. Not good to learn history from this movie. And I got roasted by people who basically just sort of said, well, there's no problems with this. Everything is just fine. Oh, really? Why don't you just wave like the red thing? And I just said, look, if you want to look at it, there are videos that people have made on YouTube describing all the problems with this movie, of which there are many. Most of the time with historical fiction, the problems are a lot more subtle, though.
Yeah. Like I just saw the new Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which I enjoyed. Certain people, the gentleman in question that that coined the message and his compatriot Nerdrotic had multiple issues. I was like, but it was a fun movie. Who cares if the camera, the lithograph thing that he used wasn't invented for another 50 years? Like it was cool sci-fi, monster movie. Like when it's that little. Oh, I'm agreeing with you, Serenity.
Yeah.
When it's that little things here and there, I just like, okay, who cares? I can still enjoy the rest of the movie.
Yeah, but it's also Frankenstein. It's not 100% in reality.
Sure,
yeah.
True.
But when you take a movie like this, like Harry was saying, when characters meet each, like all these little things that are kind of glaring if you know anything about that time and that specifically NASA at that time, it compounds and they feed off of each other. By the time you're done the movie, you're like, this was trash. And sure, somebody can, but again, I go back to please be honest in your, it doesn't have to be the portrayal, because you can create a fiction of a period piece. Captain America, the first movie, was like that. Captain America wasn't real, but the setting was, and it was very true to setting, that they didn't portray it as, well, Captain America's real or whatever, but they do portray movies like that. The Signal? No, not The Signal. What the hell were we just talking about? The mess? No,
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures. Sorry. Oh my God, my brain just went on up. Hidden Figures. And they said, no, these are the true tales of the brave women of blah 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 and NASA and fighting against the evil patriarchy. It's just like, come off it.
Yeah, and for the record, there was never a time in my life where I thought women and or black people and or black women couldn't do advanced mathematics. It's like, I don't know who are you trying to convince of what. But anyway, I have a poster here. So this is
well, one slight note about the Hidden Figures. I do love the fact that the actress who played the woman that's the book when you look at her, I'm sorry, unless she went through a really like demelanating process, she is white passing as fuck. Like, I'm sorry, bitch. No.
There are some really good performances. I mean, the acting in that movie is actually quite good.
Yeah, like really good. But no, it was just like when you see her, because I remember she came to the premiere and she was in the wheelchair. And I was sitting there going, who the hell is that? And then it had the little scrub thing at the bottom. And I was like, bitch, you look white. Shut up.
Okay.
Why do you have a dark-skinned black woman playing you, bitch? Shut up. Anyways,
okay, so Serenity.
Yeah.
So this is a thing that Amazon put out, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. And it's called The Aeronauts. And it says right on there, inspired by a true adventure. Okay, right. Inspired by is good.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, at least they're not saying that it's like a real thing. So what they did in this one kind of irks me, because this is a story about two men who did research on what was happening at high altitudes, not just the atmospheric stuff, but also what would happen to the human body and all sorts of stuff. These guys were tough, and and they were risking their lives in a very, very real way to do this sort of research. So there's two people from history, one of which basically got erased. Look at the pretty woman. It's Felicity Jones. Yay, strong woman at altitude. And then they took the other guy played by Eddie Redmayne and made him just sort of this feckless coward. So this whole movie is like, really, if you were presenting it as history, it would be such a huge
laughable
kick in the face to the real people that risk their lives doing this thing. And I don't. But the fact that at least it says inspired by a true adventure. That's all I ask. At least don't tell me it's history, or don't like through omission tell me it's history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't like say, well, I didn't say it was history, but you didn't also point out that it wasn't. You sort of presented it as if it was historical fiction. All right, so you understand the point I'm trying to make. I'm happy to move on to the next topic. If you want to say the last word, go ahead though.
Nope,
we're good. Okay. Some things bug me. I actually have I've been trying really hard to let a lot of stuff slide. This is why I get crap from Functional about like, was it Strange New Worlds? I'm sitting here, because I don't want to just be miserable and unhappy about everything. So I'm trying to be more chill when it comes to stuff, so I can enjoy more things.
But I mean, that's the great thing about arts and entertainment is we're all individuals. We all have different likes, dislikes, and my point being different capacity for suspension for disbelief, which, you know, that's why I'll never shit on geodes for liking anime, even though I do shit on them for liking anime. But like, you know, I'm happy that you can enjoy this, that, or the other thing. Like, you're my friend. I want you to be happy. If that piece of crap just made you happy, then, you know, I'm happy for you. Just like when I like a piece of crap, it's like, yeah, I know it's crap and whatever, you can, you know, rib me for it, but like Delicious in Dungeon, you guys were like, oh, you like anime. But real quick, something reminded me of Korra, that what was interesting about right now in our period of time and space, no pun intended, that it is in a particularly on our vantage point, bright, many stars angle to us, so we won't get as good of a chance to use the technique to see the moons for like another 200 years.
Yeah.
Slipped my mind, but it reminded me when you were talking about NASA.
Yep, time is fleeting. I can't remember that beginning to the Rocky Horror thing, so I can't paraphrase it. So, before Serenity goes away, why do crocodiles not eat capybaras?
They're too big.
Well, they eat gazelle.
I know, but they can break parts off the gazelle. The capybara's teeth are actually really, really sharp. Yeah. And if they get you, they get you.
Well, capybaras are supposed to be famous for getting along with pretty much everybody, but crocodiles, not so much. They're not really a get along, go with the flow kind of creature.
How dare you? They speak wonderfully of you.
Oh yeah.
I stole Skep's thing.
The question is, why do they tend to get along? And I think Serenity basically hit on it because they bite really, really hard.
They're rats.
Adult capybaras are basically not worth the crocodile's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, baby capybaras, they're a delightful snack.
Well, they're a little fuzzy snack, but they're
they're a little fuzzy snack.
So they've learned that capybaras are dangerous to, what's the word, like go after as far as a meal, right?
Well, yeah, because also the capybaras can also swim really well. So crocodiles going after a capybara is stupid because you have something that can shoot, like literally, like their front teeth are really sharp.
Yeah.
So they can bite through them and it can chase them down in the water.
It's a risk versus reward type of thing. Yeah, and then 100%. Being cold-blooded, energy is kind of at a premium, so they have to basically be guaranteed their meal to expend that much energy, or it could be life or death. But I just find it fascinating that it's sort of a learned behavior from one animal species to another to realize, this guy's not really worth the trouble most of the time.
What's like,
and plus, I think they're so chill, capybaras, that it acts as like a natural like predator cloaking field.
Yeah.
In the wild, like nobody can see them because they're just so chill.
What's like crocodiles will not, even the largest crocodiles will not go after hippos because hippos are the devil.
Magical murder cows.
Yeah, but what they will do is if one of them dies, they'll go to town on that carcass.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the thing people don't realize, because everybody always hears the horror stories about alligators and crocodiles, about them being like killers and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. They're
also scavengers.
Well, that's the thing. They're basically like African lions. They scavenge more than they actually kill right off the bat. Like most of their meal during like the big migrations of the herds going through the rivers and stuff like that isn't from them killing the animals that are migrating. It's just waiting for something to get trampled or a baby to get stuck underneath the water.
Or broken, or exactly, something of opportunity.
Because like you said, they're cold-blooded animals. They're not going to waste energy that they don't have or have the possibility of not having to kill something if they can just wait for something to die. So that's what they'll do. But capybaras, they have a smell to them, which is not a fun smell. They have
I discovered that this summer.
Yeah, they got a stank. They have razor sharp like bunny rat teeth, and those things. Basically it's beaver teeth on crack is basically what they are. And the fact, because they have webbed toes, those guys can move in the water, like not quite as fast as an otter, but they can move. So if a crocodile's picking a fight, it better be sure it grabs that baby and scoodles, because otherwise mama's coming for your tail. Because they'll take it. I've seen capybaras swim. They're fast little things. Because they got them little webby toes.
Time for another palate cleanser.
They're still adorable. I love them.
I thought this was a palate cleanser.
I said another.
Seriously.
I'll talk about death and you won't get your
Don't you want two palate cleansers?
Do it.
Okay, so professional escalator riders secure views of Las Vegas Formula One Grand Prix race for free. Apparently there's
escalator rider.
Yeah, there's this escalator that runs right by where the Formula One track goes, and you can't even get seats there. So these people just get on the escalator and just go in a circle
Oh, you want to know what's
stuff zip by in the race.
You want to know what's even better than that? This
What?
way you don't have to stand and hold your phone. Las Vegas PD leaves the traffic cams on,
Nice.
and traffic cams are publicly accessible. So if you don't want to have to pay to watch Formula One, you can just bounce between the traffic cams.
Now, just for the record, you don't have to hold your phone.
Oh, I know.
That's not obligatory. You could just watch the race and not try to get poor quality video with your phone.
Yeah, but still, it's like I one of my cousins who loves Formula One was telling me that. He's like, yeah, I just watched the traffic cams. I'm like, dude, really? He goes, what?
God, I'm trying to remember who the people are that brew the a beer called Bourbon County Stout, but they have like a rooftop viewing area that looks out onto Wrigley Field, so you can go there and drink beer and then go sit up on top of their building and in chairs and watch baseball games.
Goose Island Beer Company.
Oh, Goose Island, yeah. Actually, if you like beer, that's a good one. Bourbon County Stout. It's actually a really good stout. But yeah, I think I like these little things. It's almost like a loophole or a carve out. You can't watch the race unless you spend a bunch of money. Well, what about if I just loop on this escalator? What about if I just buy a beer at Goose Island and enjoy it on top of the roof?
Well, in this case, we know next year they're going to have a big, because nobody can stand to not put it on social media because God fucking forbid. So there'll be a wall there next year.
Probably. Thing is, I'm not a big sports ball fan, but
I wouldn't call F1 sports
like
ball,
a nice evening, a really good glass of beer sitting on top of a roof watching a baseball game. That sounds pretty good.
That's Serenity. Sports ball is a catch-all term. Sometimes it's the ball is a puck, be it a hockey puck or a wheel, 4 wheels around a car.
Well, it's just
I'm just making a joke.
I know you are. You're good. But it's like I can't stand Formula One because they're like, it's the fastest overall time. It's like, but they can't pass. Otherwise they get knocked time. Well, yeah, because you can't pass on a curve. When the F else are you supposed to pass? Like
that's why I like the funny cars.
Yeah, it's like F1's got too many stupid rules. I'm like, no, give me either NASCAR or a demolition derby because that's my wheelhouse. But like F1's like, well, you can't pass on this type of curve because you pass on this type of curve, you actually get added time of 35 seconds. So it's your overall time may have been this, but we had to add time because you broke a rule. Fuck off.
Yeah, killjoys. This is why we can't have nice things.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a shame Rally 8 footage doesn't really exist. And at least not in this.
Ironically, F3 is more fun to watch than F1. But that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so SkepTok.
Yes, sir.
You know that future that we were looking forward to? Here's just a tiny, tiny sample of it. So this is good for the weebs too. This is like totally anime sort of thing. The first motorcycle helmet with integrated augmented reality is here. So the fine people at Shoei have now produced the first sort of real commercially available thing. And it's the GT Air 3, I believe is what it's called, Smart. And it's about $1,200. And before you go, that's a lot of money for a helmet. Even without the smart stuff added, helmets are really expensive if you get the good ones. So it's a motorcycle helmet with audio and all that stuff built in and a full-on heads-up display to give you stuff like speed and G-forces and interact with all your stuff.
It's Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shoei. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I feel like this has been a long time coming, but part of what's been holding it back, honestly, is just getting the electronics to the point where they work well enough. Because you don't want the battery to run down. I mean, people have done sort of half-hearted attempts at this in the past, but this is like the first time I could go to Cycle Gear and I could buy one of these. I mean, it's at Eichmann now, so it'll be a few months. But this is a thing that I could literally just go give my US dollars and I could buy it and I could put it on my head. This is no longer science fiction. This is real. And that's kind of cool.
That's kind of wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Heads-up displays are they're actually a net benefit.
Yeah,
because
giving me more information.
I've never, giving me more information that I don't have to turn my head in any various location to get said information. I'm not a bike rider like you, Harry.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine and hypothesize that looking down at your speedometer takes your eyes off the road, even for a brief second, just to make sure you actually are going 40 instead of 42 or whatever, because it's a 40 zone, whatever the reason. So I can imagine, like you say, the batteries run out. Okay, big deal. It's not going to cause you to crash because it's only augmented reality. Plus, I mean, hands-free. Oh, look, it's imaginary girlfriend calling. Answer the phone, helmet. I think this is really cool. I wish we had more stuff like this. I probably wouldn't do it for like regular navigating the world on my own 2 feet, but behind the wheel of a car or any other vehicle, during paintball.
As long as it doesn't hinder visuals.
Yeah.
Go to town.
But
it's gotta
for
be an
instance,
improvement.
Serenity, I saw laser tags. So that's why I said paintball. I saw a laser tag that they do use these head displays.
Yeah.
Like goggles. And it tells you, it'll put a green dot next to, it'll have like 7 green dots in the top right. And for every teammate that dies, the dot turns red. And I was like, that's fucking amazing. I would love to have something like that for paintball. Be able to track my now that I'm older, heart rate, just to make sure I'm not going to like give myself a coronary. I love this kind of stuff.
A lot of the stuff is really, really neat. And it's like a lot of people make fun of Google Glass when it came out, because I think Google Glass came out a little too soon, got released to the public a little too soon. I think it was a good idea, but
they were trying to push those boundaries.
Well, you don't want to be that guy. That's the problem.
Well,
you don't want to be the first person
going horse cock.
But again, even that, I would rather somebody, paying divided attention to where they're walking and the Google Glass, as opposed to these fucking hunchbacks of Notre Dame that are walking down the street like 90 degrees straight down to the floor through their phone, not looking where they're going. Yeah. 2 kids the other day like almost walked right out into Yonge Street, is the big main artery in Toronto. It just almost got smoked by a car. I yelled at them. I said, "Hey kids!" And they fucking like stopped. Like, whoa! They almost got smoked. Like, I get bumped into all the fucking. I'm walking perfectly straight on my side of the sidewalk. I'm not, doing anything crazy, just walking. And somebody's like, weebling. Well, like, have you had anything to drink, sir? Like, but they're just staring at their fucking phone and not paying attention wherever the hell they're going.
And I like
even though the Google Glass does look silly.
There was years ago. This was years ago. Volvo put out. It was during one of the auto show things, and they put out a video of what they thought they could do in the future with like augmented reality stuff. This is before we were calling it AR. And it was basically using it like there was infrared sensors on the front or LiDAR or something that could sense if there was a deer coming. So it was a Volvo driving down a back road, and the radar caught the deer and alerted the driver to the deer, but didn't brake the car for them. So they still had to react.
I thought that was a Cadillac. Was it a Volvo?
It may have been a Cadillac. I'm just remembering a silver car. So for me, my brain goes to Volvo when I remember that. But
gotcha.
Still, like that kind of stuff I'm all for. I am not all for like the car braking for me. I am not all for driving for me. I am too paranoid. And too afraid someone's going to hack something. Like, I'd much rather someone hack it and just tell me to go the wrong direction, and me have enough sense to not like, drive off a pier, but then to have my car like brake for me and stuff like that. This is fucking cool. And I love the fact we're going this way. It's awesome.
Are you distracted by the cat's functional?
I'm a proud cat dad.
Gonna make a catio?
I don't have the means to do a lot of this extravagant stuff, but I do have 3 large cat condos, various intentional spots for her. But I mean, at the end of the day, she mostly just wants a fucking cardboard box or a pillow on my bed. So
yeah,
locked out.
Anyway,
kitty.
So Serenity's going to leave us here soon.
In about 5 minutes. Yes,
about 5 minutes. So here's a weeb thing.
Yay!
Oh God.
Okay, let's just.
Shush you.
Don't worry, I got it.
Oh
No, I'm not
God.
talking to you. I'm talking about.
Okay,
pumpkin.
so this cafe does not let you leave. So there's a cafe in Japan where you basically have to show that you have a project that you're working on, and
Oh yeah.
they'll let you
I
go
heard
in,
about
and
that,
then
yeah.
they'll check on you up to 6 times an hour, and they won't let you leave until you get your work done.
I mean,
Modern
Mhm.
problems require modern solutions.
I was like, I
That
don't
is
need
so Japanese.
It is.
I don't need a mommy.
Well,
I have one. I know.
Unbearably
but you're not a
Japanese.
procrastinator, are you?
I mean, I can be, but I also recognize it's my own damn fault and nobody else's.
See, I don't
Yeah,
think
but
I don't think you're the target audience.
I'm not.
I do appreciate, because sometimes we're either just at points where we're alone, and so to have somebody to check up on you, give you a little bit of encouragement, you got this, you're almost done, great, like let's get to it. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah. I think
Who'da
this is
thunk it?
culture.
this is like I said, modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah, because I would love this dealing with my legal transcription stuff. Like,
Well-
I would love that right now, because I do run off and watch a YouTube video or like have a snack or something.
And it has unlimited snacks. I mean, who doesn't like that?
Well, the
And
one
tea.
issue I have that is in Japan, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one issue I have with that is that that's more of a Western problem. Japan already has an overwork issue that is causing a lot of people to wear themselves into early grave or suicide. So it seems more like it's focused at foreigners, which I'm hoping it stays that way. But Japan, because they already have, as the anime that I do not like, which is 100 Zombies, but what that whole like just 16 hours a day working at your job kind of thing. So it's cute for foreigners. For Japanese, it's kind of like, "Nah." It feels like your boss man standing over your shoulder telling you what to do when you're like a Japanese businessman or something like that. So I'm hoping it's focused more at foreigners, but yeah.
Well, you don't have to. The thing is, it doesn't need to be in a city of 5 million people, 1 million people. All you need is on any given day is maybe 20 or 30 people with this problem, and there's your business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is definitely something you're not going to find in some little village somewhere.
Yeah.
In Weaverville, Oshie, whatever. You're not going to find it there. You're going to. This is definitely a big city sort of thing.
They do have study cafes here, but I don't think that there's this level of service that to me, that part is very Japanese.
Yeah, I was almost thinking about, just for old time's sake, going to the library, and I decided,
you go.
yeah.
I go often enough, but it's mostly, I like the smell of the books. I like to peruse the books.
Yeah.
I like to smell the books.
Yeah, good times. Anyway, that was just a little palate cleanser.
Skep, if I go to the periodical section, it's like
Mhm.
crack. Those old periodicals, woo!
Oh yeah, yeah. No, just what you.
Hey, look at this. Potatoes dauphinoise from
There
Fellow.
you go.
Oh.
Look at that. Yeah. I don't really feel like I need to say anything about this.
No, it's potatoes soaked in fat with cheese.
They had another video
Like-
recently where they basically took like a fondant potato and a Hasselback potato and made like the love child of it, where it was essentially a fondanted Hasselback. Oh God.
Small amount of butter. He puts in a ladle full of butter.
But
Yeah.
see, this would be what I would, label as ordering. I would pay someone to make this for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure. When do you want me to
Happily.
be there?
Mm.
I've made this for my. I've made this.
I
I have made this dish for myself,
Yep. So
and I'm perfectly happy to eat those, and I'm also happy to eat them when they're made by these people. I'm pretty equal opportunity when it comes to potatoes.
I make mine with
Me too.
bacon fat.
You know what's the best fat with potatoes? Duck fat.
Yes.
Duck fat and
But it's
potatoes are the
also
two greatest.
fucking-
It is the Fred and Ginger of food. It's really good.
because they're so complementary, because you think potato, I mean, they do have flavor, but it's very starchy. It's very neutral on the flavor scale of things. Duck fat is just so rich and so greasy that the two just come together like, that's why duck fat fries. Oh my God.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Deep fried in the duck fat? Are you?
I know. Who am I?
Those
Who am
fat
I
fries,
neglecting?
too.
Who's not having enough fun? Let's see.
Geodes.
Let's see. What do I
What's
have
that?
here that might entertain geodes?
Make
Man.
Geodes talk.
Now let's make geodes talk.
You're making me talk? Oh
yeah.
boy.
Can make him
Every
talk.
time.
He won't break.
Okay,
the
geodes.
train.
Geodes,
Yeah.
participate with me on this particular thing. I know
Okay.
I'm going to go into a rant, and since Serenity's
All
not
right.
here, she's not going to be able to stop me. She's going to
Okay.
because
Oh,
because
boy.
if she was here, she's going to say, "Oh, stop! You're complaining about something stupid." She's not here,
Okay,
so
okay.
we can do what we want. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
no. Okay.
All right. So the town of San Luis Obispo, which I actually rather love, if please go away, has
did you
the
just call
worst. What?
Nothing.
Okay. The town of San Luis Obispo is sort of the northern part of Southern California or the southern part of Northern California, depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
And they have decided that they're going to have these twee little annoying signs. And they use this font that looks like some sort of
It's out of Shrek.
Hobbit
Tell-
adjacent.
Telegraphy.
What the hell is going on?
I love it. It's terrible.
But you cannot read the street signs, Sora. It's very, very
Calle-
hard to read the
Calle
street
del
signs.
Caminos. What
Well,
are
you can
talking
read
about?
that one. You can
Okay.
read that one, but there's a lot of things that in that font are really hard to read.
Especially for old
It-
people.
Are
Now,
you saying this is the Comic Sans, the modern day Comic Sans? Is that where we're going
it's
with this?
actually not, and the actual
Less
font doesn't matter all that much. But how they ended up with these on the street signs is kind of an interesting story. So they were having this centennial thing, and they decided to remake the city logo, the seal for the city, and they used this font on it. And then somebody got this bright idea, hey, why don't we put a new font up for our street signs, something that's more San Luis Obispo. And there was a contest, and it is sort of like the Bodie McBoatface thing. And then 4-1, the city supervisor said, sure, why don't we just use this font on all the street signs? And people who live there really, really don't like it. It's a fantastic example of how design by committee is terrible. So this is the Libra Unical typeface from 1938, a pseudo-Gallic font. Has no capitalized letters, only lowercase. It is a nightmare to try to navigate through this thing. And the guy who came up with the thing for the city and started using the font said, oh, hell no, I never said put this on the street signs. Everybody wants to just get away from it. But no, to this day, you can go to San Luis Obispo and it is very hard to actually read these damn signs.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you had one job, and what
Yeah.
did you decide to do? When you decided to use some stupid font and spend $750,000 changing all the signs in your town. Now nobody knows where they're going.
You played
So
yourself.
have you driven through there, Harry? And you were
Many
just like,
times.
man, I'm not in Kansas anymore.
I
Is that
have.
what happened?
I have been there, and I have seen these in person, and they are an abomination. Now, it seems to be maybe something that just happens along the old El Camino Real.
Mm.
Let me make sure I'm not going to accidentally dox myself here.
I think it's pretty, but I understand it being impractical for basically like life
There's
and
a-
going around. But
Okay, so here is this is a place called Clayton, Missouri, and
Okay.
and they're doing the same damn thing with their stupid signs. Let's see if I can't. Sorry, can't do Google Street View apparently.
I saw a little bit of it. You can see the edge of the sign. So yeah, I see
Okay.
it.
Good.
it's pretty. I like it. It's different.
So is that
just-
that Pork Dole Avenue, Sora? I can't tell.
Yeah. Read that
Porkdale?
at night.
It looks
Read
like
that at
is it
night.
Parkdale,
Park-
Park Dole, Pork Dole, Porkdale?
It's Greenwich Avenue crossed Dale
Yeah.
Avenue. It's not that hard.
It's so bad.
There you
It's making Sora robot.
Yeah, I can.
That's-
The thing is, what people don't realize is there's nothing that I can't rant about.
Sure. I was Harry.
No,
Clearly,
that's
it says
good. You need a good ranting skill.
Yeah.
clearly, Harry. It says Parkdale. Ow.
Yeah, it does. So, so Sora, I said something really terrible. The most terrible thing I said this week is I was just sort of riffing, and we were talking about like the whole Thanksgiving dinner thing because people will eat so much stuff that they'll wear stretchy pants. Some
Yes.
people, and then you loosen your belt and do that whole thing. And I was thinking that the next level of that would be a new product I've come up with called Eatin' Shoes. EATIN' shoes. And they're special shoes that you can eat a really huge meal, and when your feet start to swell, it won't be such a problem.
Good for gout too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just
What are
settling
you
in for a nice
eating?
feast. I'm just going to have my eating shoes on.
No. What are you eating that your feet are swelling as you're eating?
Sodium content.
The joke is you eat so much that your feet get fat in real time.
Oh my god.
I told you it was the worst thing I said this week.
Yeah, it's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
But I know it's not a real thing, but just the concept, the
Yeah.
visuals, is
Eating shoes.
disturbing.
Is that
Oh,
EATON? No, it's EATIN'. Eating shoes. Okay, so yeah, because I can rant about anything, whether I should or not. That's the whole thing. Can it be said? Should it be said? Should it be said by me? The answer is usually no to all three of those things, but I do it
Yes.
anyway because I'm a terrible person. All right. Let's see.
That's the secret, Harry. We're all terrible people.
Yeah. All right. So study links America's favorite cooking oil to obesity. So they studied some mice because
Sunflower?
why not abuse mice? Soybean. And depending on the genetic makeup of these mice, they found that when they fed them soybean oil, they gained way more weight than they do otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And then they
Is that
took.
what vegetable oil is? Like when people say
Nope.
vegetable oil? I thought that was canola.
Well,
Well,
it can be part of it.
Can be.
Vegetable oil is just a catch-all for lots of different things that aren't tallow. Basically, it's just any kind of seed oil or nut oil that isn't.
Vegetarian.
Yeah. So soybean oil, the most widely consumed cooking oil in the United States and a staple of processed foods, contributes to obesity, at least in mice, through a mechanism scientists are now beginning to understand. In an experiment conducted at UC Riverside, most mice on a high-fat diet rich in soybean oil gained significant weight. However, a group of genetically engineered mice did not. They're trying to figure out, what's the link to this sort of thing. These mice produce a slightly different form of liver protein that influences hundreds of genes linked to fat metabolism. The protein also appears to change how the body processes linoleic acid, a major component of soybean oil. So, SCAP, this is tied to inflammation. And probably the thing that they're alluding to but not saying is it's a cytochrome P450 gene expression thing. And people would be floored if they knew how many things happen with that set of genes in your liver, like whether you have a weird reaction if you eat too much barbecue, cytochrome P450, whether you metabolize drugs you take twice as fast as other people, cytochrome P450.
To wheat.
Yeah.
To
wheat, nicotine, cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
So the fact that, I don't want to make a naturalistic argument for this sort of thing, but when you take a whole population of people and then suddenly they're eating something that they just never ate for thousands of years, and they're eating and it becomes a massive part of their caloric intake, I don't know. Seems like you might want to study that. Use a little bit of caution.
Look at that. That's one of the changes in my diet that I've made, is getting a lot of the things that are associated with inflammation reaction out of my diet. And boy, it's made a dramatic difference. I was having all this trouble with my hands. And they've gotten substantially better. And with the problem that I have in my hands, it doesn't get better, not on its own, ever. Condition slowly worsens over time. But you can have some symptomatic relief if you do something about the inflammation. That's what this is the cutting out the seed oils, cutting out wheat, cutting out a lot of things out of my life that Yeah, I don't even miss, and I feel so much better. Boy, let me tell you, when you do something healthy, I think old age magnifies uh, the good effects of it, or at least the perception of the effects of it.
Well, you can eat. I mean, as long as you're not eating way too much of it, because you don't want to damage your pancreas. As long as you're eating a relatively balanced diet, if you just substitute olive oil and avocado oil,
right,
or even tallow and butter and other things for these things that are high in linoleic acid, so basically omega-6s, if you believe the theory, tend to promote inflammatory response in the body, and omega-3s tend not to.
We use olive oil for practically everything and butter everywhere else.
You can eat all the olive oil you want within practical limits, obviously.
Well, it's actually a positive for you.
And avocado oil potato chips are actually really good. And where you'll usually find soybean oil is in stuff like margarine, bottled salad dressings, and fried foods like potato chips.
Margarine and ranch dressing are your enemy.
Yep. Just make your dressing from scratch.
Word.
Yep.
Well, I was on an elimination diet for a long time, and one of the things I avoided for a long time was soy. And do you know how hard it is to not consume any soy whatsoever in the United States?
Impossible.
It's really hard. It's really, really hard. All right. Well, anyway, this is. Go ahead.
I was going to say I've been using avocado oil partially because I grew up on canola oil, and I've been advised to avoid seed oils in general, and not by a certain crew, which I wasn't entirely sure about. But what really convinced me was the fact that they were finding all this evidence for like irritation and swelling, and I was like, I'm going to see what I can do about this. So,
yeah, a lot of older guys getting jacked, eating avocado oil, and going to the gym.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not the worst thing to want to become, Gio. It's a jacked old guy.
Hey,
there you go.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It's what you want. It's what we all want to do. You know, RFK he may be full of it sometimes, but hey, he's a jacked old guy, so you maybe at least kind of listen to what he has to say.
Yeah.
I'm a jacked old guy. Yeah.
So, yeah, swole. So Carmel, which I like to make fun of occasionally. The latest thing Carmel has done is they've decided to ban pickleball because
is it noisy?
It's too bourgeoisie.
Yeah, it's noisy here.
Has banned pickleball because it's causing too much of a racket. Neighbors complaining the popping sound of the paddles too noisy, forcing a first of its kind ban in the Golden State. Carmel City Council voting to eliminate the sport within city limits after rejecting a compromise that would have allowed a quieter ball and paddle.
Now, just to be clear, Carmel is a city that has no street names. Okay, so that whole what font do we put on the street signs isn't even an issue for Carmel. So Carmel deserves to be mocked early and often. But yeah, no pickleball. That seems rather draconian, but this is the same city that once banned eating ice cream in public as you walk down the sidewalks. And because
that really happened.
Yeah, that really happened. And
because it makes mess?
Because it makes a mess. Yes. And what ended up happening was Clint Eastwood decided this is stupid and became mayor. So Clint Eastwood was mayor of Carmel for a while, and he basically got rid of a whole bunch of stupid rules and then left. Because Clint's the man. I know I've mentioned that Clint Eastwood was the mayor of Carmel, haven't I?
I don't remember.
I've talked
I think
about
you did.
it. I've talked about it, Harry.
Yeah, no, Clint Eastwood is the man. Yeah.
We used to see him down there at that he owned a bar.
Hog's Breath.
Hog's Breath. That's exactly right. That was the one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid we basically we're not going to have Clint and Shatner and a bunch of those guys for much longer. So but we can still enjoy their work. And the thing is that Clint Eastwood, it wasn't just about the movies. He was the kind of guy he is the kind of guy who's definitely a straight shooter. And when he sees something that he thinks is just wrong, he'll take the time to do it. Because you don't think Clint Eastwood has better things to do than be mayor of Carmel? Because he does. But he saw something that annoyed him enough that he decided to put his time in to take care of it.
I remember when he
awesome.
ran.
Yeah.
He ran on an annoyance ticket, basically.
The other thing that was really annoying him was the mistreatment of some poor artichoke farmers at the mouth of the Carmel River, and he felt that they were being unfairly shit on. He had no dog in this fight. It just annoyed him that these people were being shit on by Carmel. And so between that and like, come on, you can't even eat an ice cream cone, he became mayor. Cleaned a lot of stuff up. Good dude.
And just by way of background, the area of California you're talking about grows 1/3 of all the artichokes grown in the world.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad that Carmel's doing the important work of banning pickleball. We wouldn't want those people to be disturbed.
They're so...
Yeah.
Well, something similar happened here where a bunch of... So we have lots of like the different city parks, right? And usually with a city park, you'll have like, you know, maybe a minor diamond, or it depends, maybe a playground. Typically, you'll have tennis nets or something. Anyway, in this particular little park, they hadn't put in the tennis courts yet. So when they did put it in, they did something, both tennis and pickleball or something. Basically, they're like, oh, it's going to be multi whatever because it's we're modernizing it. And so the people who live across the street from this little neighborhood park started like petitioning and complaining that it's exactly like these Carmel people. Oh, it's just ping, 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 ping. It's unbearably noisy. It's disruptive. We cannot enjoy our space. Mind you, here, I think it's only like from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. the parks are open. I can't remember when it's considered open, but the gates and stuff to use courts are only open until 7. So this is not going late into the night, okay?
Mhm.
And you moved across from a park that was established before a lot of these homes, which are like kind of newly built townhomes, were built. So they like, you know, and you're now complaining that how dare the city park board build amenities for the neighborhood on their parks that we chose to buy a house across from. Yeah, that was a big fight about a year or so ago. So I feel for the people, and the pickleball is too loud.
Yeah, they're just going to have to go to Pacific Grove to play pickleball. It's not really that big a deal, but
I love it. I love this kind of petty.
Yeah, it's wonderfully petty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It's good.
It makes you
Pickleball. forget
that there's serious stuff in the world a little bit, you know?
If PG hasn't changed, they'll ban it too.
Maybe. We'll see. Pacific Grove is a lovely town, by the way.
There are a lot of donuts there.
There's it's a really nice walk down by the ocean there. A lot of tide pools, and it's just a very pleasant place to be on a foggy morning. Good times. Let's see, what was I going to do? Well, I've got a few different things we could talk about here. I have a follow-up to one of my rants that I have to get off my chest here. Remember I was talking about volcanoes and how much I hate them?
Yeah.
Because they're basically the fish of the land. They really are just terrible, and they're just dangerous, and people don't hate them enough because volcanoes are really pretty awful. Let me see. Where is my volcano thing? Oh, there's another rant, but we'll save that for later. I have too many.
Give us new island.
Wait, too many rants this time here. Let's see. Sorry, give me a moment here. I'm just being disorganized. The place that won't let you leave. Okay. Oh, here, while I'm looking for it, Skep, here's a poo-poo platter. You can tell people what's great about a poo-poo platter.
So the poo-poo platter was at its height of popularity in the 60s and
yeah, let's just
70s.
play it without
Today,
the sound. You remember these, Skep?
Oh, yeah, poo-poo platters.
The Polynesian, basically, like, here's a bunch of food, and then there's like a fire in the middle of it. Who doesn't like that? Anytime shit's on fire at your table, it's usually pretty fun.
Now, are you supposed to cook, or is it just
No.
for ambiance?
Just ambiance.
Nice.
Look,
Ambiance.
I love that. I love a good poo-poo platter. I was raised by old people. I don't know if I mentioned that recently.
One of the things that we had in Belgium was a Swiss affectation of doing cheese fondue bread. I used to love doing that when I was a kid, sticking the cube of bread in the cheese and pulling it out, thinking I was an adult. And I thought that was living.
Okay, so
That was
volcanoes.
Anyway, sorry.
No, that's fine. Volcanoes. So it turns out that there's this big old list that the USGS has of like really dangerous, threatening volcanoes in the United States. 3 of the really bad ones are actually in California.
Terrible threat, isn't it?
Yay! So Mount Shasta. I mean, and this is like erupted in the last 3,500 years. Lassen, the Medicine Lake volcano. And then there's Long Valley, Clear Lake. There's like a lot of volcanoes in California. And these ones up here in the north are actually particularly nasty. I just think that people, I don't know, I'm not afraid of tornadoes, but I'm scared of volcanoes. I don't want to be anywhere near a damn volcano. It's just like, I don't know why. I feel like my threat analysis is broken. That I should be way more worried about tornadoes, but and earthquakes.
Well, I mean, what's more like? Well, yeah, I guess the earthquake one is more likely to get you than a volcano, maybe.
Yeah,
it seems.
But
it seems weirdly dangerous. It's a scary kind of dangerousness because it's such an uncommon thing. Plus, the inexorability of the discharge and randomness of how volcanoes discharge their deadly, whether it's silicon or sulfur dioxide or just giant chunks of extremely hot magma or the pyroclastic flow that destroys you. It can kill you in so many ways.
Yeah, it's like Pompeii, Vesuvius. I mean, it's like, do you know about history?
Right.
So anyway, here's the shitty list, and a number of them are up closer to you, Sora. Mount Baker, Glacier Peak.
Oh, I see. You can see on good days, you see Mount Baker. It's a beautiful day if you can see Mount Baker.
Yeah. So what was it like in Vancouver when Mount St. Helens popped off? Did you guys basically miss most of the ash because of the prevailing winds, or was it something you guys noticed?
I don't think.
I've got a Mount St. Helens story. I was living in Spokane then.
You do know people, right?
No, I wasn't even here.
Well, things happened before you were there that I thought you might be aware of.
No, nothing happened there before Sora came.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hell if I know. I wasn't even alive then.
Yeah.
Jeez.
4 times.
Anyway, volcanoes suck, and we don't hate them enough. Moving on. Let's see. Just let me check that off.
Now I'm Googling it because there we go. Yes.
Yes.
Ash blanketed communities.
Okay.
Trail BC got covered by a dark cloud. No sunshine. Completely blocked out the sun. This one guy's mostly Italian-Canadian neighbors were hurriedly covering the freshly planted gardens, unsure where the fine, dusty ash was coming from. Save the tomatoes!
Hey, tomatoes are good things.
Yes, they are.
But oddly, some of the best tomatoes you can get actually grow in volcanic soil. So it's a double-edged sword.
Everything
Volcanoes
grows
suck.
in volcanic soil.
Well, alluvial flows and things like that. There's a lot of good places to grow things, but volcanic soil is pretty great.
They heard the blast from West Van.
That does not surprise me. Yeah.
That is far.
Well, it was like a nuclear warhead going off, and you're really not that far from Mount St. Helens. All right.
It left a trail of
it looks
ash
like it's snow.
all across the state of Washington, completely across the state.
Yeah, well, there was ash down in California. Not a lot of it, but enough that you'd wake up in the morning and go, why is there this crap all over my yard and my car? But I have a nice listicle we can talk about.
Yellowknife had some ash from Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
And Edmonton. There you go.
Here we go. 100 best comedy movies of all time from Variety. Now, this list is, it could be worse. Okay, it's not nearly as bad as that Rolling Stone great guitarist list that they did. That list was hot garbage. But this list is really messed up because, for one thing, they keep including things in this list that are not comedies. And then they'll cite work by people that's not as good as their other work in terms of comedies. But just to give you a few samples, like Bridget Jones' Diary. Is that a comedy?
No.
No.
Why?
No.
I mean, it's at number 100.
I mean, there's comedy in it, but I always thought this is more like it's a romance.
Yeah, I mean, it's a romantic comedy, but it's not really a comedy. Wayne's World is a comedy. And even if you don't really like it, it was pretty damn influential. Wayne's World at 99? I mean,
yeah, that's weird.
That seems a bit
what
low.
Are the 98 movies? What are the 98 comedies that were more influential than Wayne's World?
Pretty Woman, also not a comedy.
Yeah, wait, what?
That's not a comedy.
Now, I haven't seen some of these older ones. As much as I like old things, I can't comment on Born Yesterday.
That's a legit comedy.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. I'm Gonna Get You Sucka.
Sucka is hilarious.
I've heard it's fantastic. I haven't seen it. Brazil?
That's not
at
a comedy.
95?
That's like a weird fantasy sci-fi thing.
Yeah. That's like Metropolitan.
Yeah.
But done in South America.
No issue with Clerks. Okay. I don't have an issue with that. That's fine. Is Hairspray a comedy? I guess, sort of.
It's a musical. It's a musical comedy, sure.
The Jerk is definitely a comedy.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Speaking of movies you're not going to be making now. Okay, She Done Him Wrong. That's a Mae West thing. Okay,
I mean,
sure.
she was comedic, wasn't she?
Yeah, Bob and Carol, Ted and Alice. Comedy?
No, not a comedy. I saw that movie.
Not a comedy.
That is not a comedy.
I mean, any excuse to put a camera in front of Natalie Wood, but still not a comedy. Fast Times at Ridgemont Times, definitely a comedy.
Yeah.
No problem. 89 feels about right for that. That's okay. Ron Burgundy, love it or hate it, at least it's a comedy. Yeah, at least it's a comedy. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Is this a comedy? I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, I would say you could maybe call it a fantasy serial comedy.
Yeah. Idiocracy, absolutely a comedy, and definitely belongs to be way higher up than 86.
Yeah.
It's a dark comedy and a really good one.
It's like a top 20.
To Be or Not to Be, sure, no problem there. Woman on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. Haven't seen it. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Wet Hot American Summer comedy. The Awful Truth. Now, if you're going to pick a Cary Grant thing, why would you pick this? Because you know what's not on this list? Arsenic and Old Lace.
Oh, yeah. Arsenic and Old Lace.
That's stupid.
Yeah, at least I don't think it was.
I didn't see this one, but I love Arsenic.
Devil Wears Prada, is that a comedy?
That's not a comedy.
It's got comedy elements.
It has comedy elements, but it's not really a comedy.
No, that's a comedy drama.
Bamboozled. Haven't seen it. Maybe it's good.
I don't know this.
It's a Spike Lee thing.
That means it's not funny.
Yeah.
Rocky Horror is a musical comedy.
Musical?
Yeah.
Comedy?
Semi.
Kind of?
Semi. Yeah. Night at the Opera. Absolutely no problem. Why are you at 78? Why aren't you down in the 30s?
Night at the Opera.
Welcome back. By the way.
And Duck Soup. Blazing Saddles is 77.
Yes.
So no, Blazing Saddles should be about 4.
It should be in the top 5.
Worked in Blazing Saddles.
Me and you and everyone we know. I have no idea what this is. It does not look like a comedy.
But it's better than Blazing Saddles.
It's funnier than Blazing Saddles. Now, Shaun of the Dead, also great movie, right? Private Benjamin, sure.
Private Benjamin's good.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Like that movie. Napoleon Dynamite, absolutely a comedy. Whether you like it or not is a different thing, but it's at least a comedy.
Yeah.
Not
Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Okay. Miracle at Morgan's Creek. Haven't seen that one.
Looks
I mean,
like a
it
comedy
is.
just from the facial expressions.
It's good.
Okay. Legally Blonde. Definitely
Yeah.
a comedy.
Yes, I would say this one. This is more of a comedy than I would say Bridget Jones.
Devils were and Bridget Jones. Yeah, Devil were.
So far, I haven't seen it. Okay.
Ace Ventura.
I was about to say I haven't seen
put him
anything
at
to even
69.
rival Blazing
Yes.
Saddles since we saw it, but
In the Loop.
100% to
It-
comedy.
Now this is
It's
very
so
polarizing. It's a dark comedy. It's a smart comedy. And
I
it is
think this
not
is
going to be,
hilarious.
this is not for everyone, but it is absolutely fantastic. If you like Iannucci's work, this is a great movie. And I recommend this movie to people all the time. Paul Giamatti was so good in this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many great performances. I mean, Mr. Malcolm Tucker here, Capaldi, is always good. You can only do so much with the writing they did for Doctor Who, but Paul Giamatti, no, who did I just say? It said the wrong person.
Capaldi.
Capaldi, and then who did I say before that? The guy who played the American General. It doesn't matter. It's a great movie.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti. And see, Hell's a Poppin', sure, why not? Eddie Murphy Raw, not a comedy movie. That is a performance that somebody taped, not a movie. I don't think that belongs on this list. I think putting stand-up sets on this makes no sense whatsoever.
No.
I don't know what this is. It's some foreign thing. Okay, Poor Things. A Fish Called Wanda.
Yes. Oh,
Definitely
God,
a comedy, right?
when do we get to the first Monty Python movie?
Not for a while.
It's on here.
A Fish Called Wanda has a lot of the stars.
Holy Grail is on the list.
Monty Python's in it.
Okay, so Going Places. Airplane is 62. Come on, top 5.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
62.
Airplane is 62.
Airplane is 62.
Show me the next movie that's better
Let's
than
see.
that.
The Birdcage.
Birdcage.
Birdcage is good.
But
That's
it's
good.
not better.
But it's not better than
And,
the
there,
Airplane.
and I'm not even sure Big is a comedy.
Big is
It
not a
technic-
comedy.
Big is not a
technically,
comedy, and it's not better than Airplane.
And it's
Move
also
on.
really creepy if you think about it. Pillow
Coming of
Talk.
age.
Fine movie. Love the 2 stars. Doris Day is great in this.
Yeah, not better than Blazing Saddles. No.
Yeah.
Not funnier.
my mother
House
loves
Party.
him.
My Best Friend's Wedding. Is that
Yeah.
a comedy?
It's
I
a
don't know.
romantic
Yeah.
comedy.
Maybe
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, this one I would.
But it's
say.
actually a really good romantic comedy where she doesn't get the guy.
Here you go. The Odd Couple, number 56, Skep.
Oh, Jesus.
This just makes me want to hit
What?
these people with a fish,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. The
Okay,
Odd
Safety
Couple, really.
Last with Buster Keaton. Or sorry, Harold Lloyd.
Right.
Sorry, that's great. Elf is. I know you may hate Will Ferrell, but Elf is actually pretty funny.
The Elf is one of the few Will Ferrell movies that I can stand because his level of stupid comedy is perfect for that movie.
Okay, Broadcast News, number 53. I don't really have an opinion about that. The Tall Blonde Man with One Black Shoe. It's a foreign thing. Not even going to get into it. Okay. Being John Malkovich.
Comedy.
Haven't seen it. Is
Comedy?
that a comedy?
I
Not
know.
really.
I mean,
It's
It's-
more like a
it's
fantasy.
absurdity.
It's absurd. It's absurd theater. basically.
Yeah, it's theater of the absurd. Some people classify that as comedy, but I don't.
Okay, The Waterboys, number 50.
Yeah.
You know what's not on this list? Happy Gilmore. Arguably, if you're going to pick us an Adam Sandler movie,
Yeah.
I don't know why
The
you wouldn't
Waterboy.
pick
What about
Happy
50
Gilmore.
First Dates?
The Waterboy
no.
is so much funnier than Blazing Saddles.
And
oh my
Shampoo.
God.
Right? But I
Shampoo,
wouldn't-
not a comedy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put that Adam Sandler movie. I would put Wedding Singer.
Sure.
The Wedding Singer.
Bringing Up Baby,
Oh, Bring It-
fantastic
That's,
movie.
really
I haven't
funny
seen
movie.
Happy to
this in a
see
very
that in the
long
top
time.
50, honestly. That's fine. The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Sure. Why not?
It's a
Theater
Wes
of the
Anderson
absurd.
Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Coming to
Yeah, it's a Wes
America.
Anderson.
Coming to America.
Solid
yes.
choice. Solid
Yeah.
choice. Kind
Yes,
Hearts
yes,
and
and fuck you
Cornets.
too.
Have not seen it. Don't know anything about it.
Kind Hearts and Cornets is good.
Mrs.
Doubtfire's
Doubtfire.
a great
Okay.
movie.
People like
Creepy
it.
as well when you start to think about it.
I have also
I
not seen
wouldn't
that
say
one.
it's funnier than Blazing Saddles, though.
No,
You did
absolutely not.
you
Okay,
didn't
Team
see Mrs.
America is
Doubtfire?
ahead of Airplane and Blazing Saddles.
It is,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
just-
crazy.
just-
Yeah.
Great movie, just not
my-
ahead of those.
yes.
Four
Not
Weddings
that
and a
good.
Funeral.
Yeah.
Is that a comedy?
No.
There's a there's a lot of very funny moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Hard Day's Night is kind of a comedy, but I'm not sure it's more of a musical
promo movie for the Beatles, for a singing group.
That's right. We would have never had that thing with the Spice Girls if it wasn't for this.
I love Spice World. You shush.
I'm not. Did I just say anything bad about the Spice Girls?
It's your tone. It's your tone.
I have nothing.
A comedy.
I have nothing against them. Zoolander.
Zoolander.
It's funny, but it's really more a bottom 50 than a top 50.
Tropic Thunder better come up some point.
It isn't on your Clueless.
Clueless
What?
should be top 5.
Clueless is so much funnier
The
than
Nutty
Blazing
Professor.
Saddles.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'd put it in the
not a big
bottom
Jerry
50,
Lewis.
but sure. The Princess Bride should be in the top 10, not 37.
Comedy though?
Not for comedy. Not there's comedy in it, but I wouldn't put it that high for comedy.
See, I thought it was more of a comedy than an action anything.
Princess Bride. Princess Bride is a straight up comedy, wouldn't you say?
I would, but this is where we disagree. Ed Wood, not sure that's a comedy.
It's another absurd comedy. It's not a comedy.
Never saw School of Rock. Is it funny?
It's straight comedy.
Number 35 funny?
I mean, it's supposed to be funny.
Whitnall and I, that doesn't look funny. I don't know. I've never seen this one, so I don't know.
So much funnier than Blazing Saddles.
Lost in America, another Albert Brooks thing. I don't know. Not funnier than Blazing Saddles. Sullivan's Travels. Actually, Kate to admit it, but I haven't seen that one.
Sullivan's Travels is good.
Pink Flamingos, absurd, not funny.
It is not funny. It's disgusting.
It's painful. Austin Powers is 30.
Painful.
Good comedy.
Sorry, I know this is a long list, but what else are we going to do? Like, Functional doesn't need to sleep or anything. When Harry Met Sally, not really a comedy.
Moments, but not really a comedy. No,
it's considered a romantic comedy.
Yeah,
but
and people,
And then here's another
another one,
another concert performance. Not a comedy. Philadelphia Story. That's a fine movie. I don't know if it's funnier than these other things. Borat, number 26. I have to read the whole thing. Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. I gotta say,
it's a comedy, but I don't know if it should be this far up.
He's a very brave comedian. I don't always think he's the funniest guy, but I admire his bravery as a comedian.
King Kong size balls.
Yeah. Well, that whole thing with Pamela Anderson and the wedding sack?
Yeah.
Her crew did not know that this was a setup. They legit tackled him.
She know?
She knew. She was in on the joke, but none of her security crew were in on it.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Like I said, okay, so MASH the movie, 25. Sure, why not?
Technically, it's a movie.
Bridesmaids.
Comedy.
Is it comedy?
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
Big,
Trouble in Paradise. Caddyshack is at 22.
Yes. I think Caddyshack's funnier than Airplane.
Yes.
I think Airplane's funnier than Caddyshack, but they're really close. This is splitting hairs. They're both really good.
I'm not sure when you came back. The Airplane was really far down.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw where it was.
like 70s, right?
I am very
79.
I think Airplane's very iconic.
Crazy.
I do not think it's that funny, but that's me. So I don't.
Pardon me, I speak black. No, okay. So anyway, the bank dick.
I speak
W.C.
jive,
Fields is hilarious. Did I say black?
Yeah.
See, look, I did it again. I just handed the blind guy the printout again. I suck. Super bad.
Yeah.
Again, really funny fucking movie, but
I hate that movie so
McLovin.
much.
So it happened one night. Screwball romantic comedies. Okay.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap at 18. Again,
that had to be there, yeah.
I'm glad it's in the top 20, no problem. The Heartbreak Kid, is that a comedy?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's once again, it's a romantic comedy. They're considering anything that has even the slight tag of comedy.
His Girl Friday, fine movie. I don't think it's in the top 20. Not really sure why. Never heard of Playtime from 1967. That's French or something.
Oh no, okay, no. That's I was thinking something else. No, I don't know this one.
Yeah. Sideways, comedy?
That is not that. I remember seeing parts of it on the plane and putting me to sleep. This is like one of those festival darling movies.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being.
Doctor Strangelove.
Dr.
though.
Strangelove.
Strangelove should be in the top.
Absolutely a comedy.
Tootsie.
Yeah. Tootsie?
I love
Okay.
Tootsie.
Hey, at least it's a comedy. Sherlock Jr., Buster Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
I'm sure the
Keaton.
stunts are really good, but I don't know if it's a comedy. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
He's so cute.
Groundhog Day, absolutely a
Yes.
comedy.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
easy top 10.
Easy
And-
top 10.
And that's top 10.
And I kind of don't
Put
like
your
Andy
little
McDowell,
head
but
in
she was
mine.
really good in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Young
Oh,
Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
number 9.
Finally,
We all love
some
that.
Brooks and Wilder.
But Fargo is a comedy,
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's considered a black comedy.
but not in the top 10.
Not. That's. Watch that for funny.
Duck Soup, perfectly good Marx Brothers movie.
Sure.
Excellent. Really good. Holy Grail at
Holy
number
Grail,
6.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'd probably put this at
Feel
6
better.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably have that
Good.
as number 2.
This,
But
is, this is the movie
what-
that I have seen more times than any other movie.
I don't know.
I'm up
if
to 40.
I don't know which I would put. Monty Python, Life of Brian, Meaning of Life. Like,
I actually didn't like Meaning of Life anywhere near as much as the other two.
No.
I love them all for very different reasons.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Waiting for
but
Guffman
They're all special.
at number
What?
5.
Waiting for
Never-
Guffman.
It's a mockumentary from the Spinal
Yeah.
Tap people, Christopher Guest.
Yeah.
I guess.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. Much
okay.
much funnier than Blazing.
The Great Dictator at number 4. Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Annie Hall at number 3.
Oh, come on.
Well, I get that you
Yeah.
hate it, but it is at least a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like it hot.
Yes.
Some Like It
Oh,
Hot.
Yep. I agree.
Solid movie.
Two, though? I don't know.
Well, if we're going to put
I
a
have stuff like Some Like It Hot and Annie Hall. I have that down around 25 or 30.
well, they've got
It's up in there, but it's nowhere near the top.
well,
I
if
put
you were
this
going
one
to
in my
go
top
with a
10.
Woody Allen movie, I wouldn't have gone with Annie Hall. I would have
Yeah,
gone
no
with
kidding.
like Bananas or
Everything you wanna know
the one
about
with the
sex.
Orgasmatron, Sleeper. Sleeper would be
Small
good.
Time
Everything you want to know about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was everything you want to know about sex was actually pretty damn funny.
was fun.
What was the one with the Love and Death? I actually thought was really funny, but then that's a real polarizing one.
Drum roll.
What?
Drum roll.
Drum roll.
Number one
Number one.
answer.
Okay.
Come on, Harry. My fingers.
Naked Gun from the Files of
What?
Police Squad.
Get the fuck out of here, number one.
This movie, this list
Wow.
sucks. I
You
don't
know,
think
I
these
don't
people
even
should
have
be
that in
allowed
my
to make
top 10.
lists. This is stupid.
You're so inept, you can't write lists.
Yeah.
Ever.
Because what you do is you just get a bunch of people and you do like finals, you do like elimination rounds, right? And then you just order them and come up with a list. I feel like they just like threw darts at a board with movie titles on it or something and just wrote them down. Because the relative position on the list doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, because I mean, you could outline a series of objective factors that you and your team or yourself go through to quantify, however subjectively, your list. But it's so sparse and sporadic. They're ups and it feels like this committee came together. Oh, well, my favorite movie is Princess Bride and my favorite movie is Annie Hall. And it's okay, well, Jen's going to be pissed if we don't put Annie Hall at 7. So Frank, I'm sorry, you're out of the running. You can have number 8. And it just feels like, put some thought into it. But it is what variety. Yeah.
Yeah, it is variety. I mean, Annie Hall's a great movie, but it's not. They're being influenced too much by Academy Awards and things like that.
Yes.
They're factoring in things that have nothing to do with whether something's really funny.
Yeah,
Actually,
because you know, like for me, you couldn't pay me to watch a Woody Allen movie. I fucking hate them. But if Mel Brooks could make a new movie tomorrow, and I would be like, yeah, sure, why not? In fact, he did, and they sucked, but I still watched them. I still paid to watch them, even though I knew that they would suck.
You know what movie was not on that list? It's a mad world.
Yep.
Can you believe that?
And with such a cast.
The cast of absolutely everyone in Hollywood.
Yeah, they did those. We've got everybody under contract. Let's just make a movie where everybody's in it for 5 minutes type of thing.
Yep.
And that was a thing that happened for a while, I think in the 50s, 60s, and first part of the 70s. You look at a movie like the jokey version of Casino Royale, the one with Orson Welles and Peter Sellers. Mm-hmm. Everybody's in that. It's got 4 freaking directors, all of which are like amazing directors. God, who are the directors of that movie?
How the West Was Won. Those were blockbuster things that if you go through there, How the West Was Won had like 50 stars in it, whose names you would recognize. And the same with Longest Day. Longest Day was even more.
Yeah.
I like this almost feel like I don't even know if someone actually wrote this. Or
there was a team of like 6 people. Yes.
It's actually 6. Can you imagine 6 people needed to? Well, I suppose that the idea. Yeah. Okay. Fine. But it just, God.
So I'd like to know before we sign off, go around the horn.
Well, we have one more thing to do, but go on.
Okay. Well, before that, and just say, no quantify, just what your favorite comedy of all time is. Harry.
Holy Grail.
Skep.
Holy Grail.
Geo.
Office Space.
Good pick. That wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Serenity.
I can't think of one. Like I like a bunch of them, but I'm not a giant comedy person.
What's the first thing that pops to mind? It doesn't have to be the perfect one.
Yeah.
The only thing is because the Adam Sandler thing sticking out in my head. The only Adam Sandler movie I liked that I thought was both funny and also had a good message was 50 First Dates.
I did love that movie.
Yeah, that's like the only Adam Sandler movie I like.
I'm kind of a sucker for his movies. Happy Gilmore, Happy Madison. Sorry, his production company does a lot of good work. There's a lot of lower. Sora.
I don't know about. I love Some Like It Hot. So I'll choose that one,
okay.
but which was I really, really loved that since I was a kid, that movie. But like an actual, like a more modern day comedy that would be my favorite. White Chicks. I forgot about White Chicks.
I can see that.
White Chicks is I've seen that so many times. It wasn't on the list.
Yeah, nor was Tropic Thunder, which is just criminal.
Yeah,
yes.
So Tropic Thunder.
Never go full retard.
What do you mean, you people?
Is White Chicks is so fucking
Sway means
funny
wagon.
from a girl perspective too.
That was the Wayanses, wasn't it?
They did such a good job.
The Wayanses
really funny.
are very talented. Those guys.
I would definitely Blazing Saddles, but my second is kind of a sleeper. It's Grandma's Boy, again done by Happy Madison, Nick Swardson. Hilarious movie that not a lot of people saw because it didn't have Adam in it.
Yeah.
Cool. What's the next thing?
So I know it's very polarizing, but because I know I like Shane Gillis more than other people do. However, this is a Thanksgiving thing, so I can't save it. So we got to get it done. So this is Shane Gillis talking to his dad about Thanksgiving. And
real quick.
Yeah.
Chat. Put your favorite comedy of all time in chat for me too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
do that.
go ahead.
Okay, so here's a little snippet. Let's see. And go.
And 1 year. It was wonderful.
What happened is, so she and Shane are going after each other on the political stuff. This is after like 3 or 4 hours of drinking after the Thanksgiving meal. And Shane is arguing with her, talking, and all of a sudden he starts talking like Trump. And she's like a dog. Like she turns her head, like she's trying to understand. Like, is this really Trump talking? Like she's all screwed up.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was fun to argue with her as Trump while she was hammered on wine.
Yeah.
Like she was like, shut up. I'm going to get a little quiet piggy at Thanksgiving. At the table, quiet piggy.
I think it would be fun to hang out with Shane Gillis. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with his dad.
I think I'd probably find him insufferable after about 15 minutes.
Probably. I think his dad seems to have a really good sense of humor.
His dad sounds like a good old boy, so I'd have no problem hanging out with him. But
his dad. I think we can see where he got it.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't fall too far.
Okay, well, we survived Thanksgiving, even the Canadians, and we survived Saturday night, and nobody fell asleep on stream. So look how well we're doing. So what are some of the answers? What did 6 say?
Put "Start the Revolution Without Me," Gene Wilder.
Oh yeah,
fantastic comedy.
Oh, Silver Streak with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. That's missing from the list too. That's a good movie. That's one you forget about.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
I like Gene Wilder because he was so damn serious about his craft, but like the right amount of serious. He was a very thoughtful comedian and a very thoughtful actor. He was in weird stuff too, like the thing with Zero Mostel, Rhinoceros, which was this sort of thing where people just started turning into rhinoceroses. I don't know what's the plural for rhinoceros. Rhinoceri. Gene Wilder is great.
House.
Yeah, good times. Any other
I
ones
would too. If I had that kind of money, I would buy Gene Wilder's house.
Any other things that were suggested?
No. It was a TV series though. I completely forgot about this, and it's got someone in it that we do not speak of, but I Spy.
Oh, Bill Cosby and Richard Culp.
Yeah.
I Spy was a really good one.
Yeah,
Robert Culp. I can't remember people's first names. You know this.
That's why you were corrected.
Yeah.
But still, I love that TV series because they used to play that on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
Back when there was a Nick at Night. Now there's no longer Nick at Night. But it was really Persona non grata, but god dang it, that was a good movie. Good TV series. I like that. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. And of course, Get Smart was a little too on the nose, but enjoyed it.
Could be, but it was, especially for my little 7-year-old brain when it was playing on Nick at Night, best comedy there could have been.
Sorry, I like Murder, She Wrote.
I Dream
Murder,
of
She Wrote. Yeah, I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie, fantastic. Of course, there's a lot of those things came in pairs, right? So there was the Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah.
Yep. That was that pair.
And you would have Brady Bunch, Partridge Family. So there's something for everybody.
Well, it was usually Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, and the Monkees. Because the Monkees TV series, I love the Monkees TV series. I love that.
I'd always sit and watch Murder, She Wrote with my mom, and I'd crack up one day she just had to turn around and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, "It's not a comedy."
Yeah, it is.
I'm not even joking. It is partially a joke. I'm not joking. That was an actual interaction my mother and I had. I thought for the longest time, as like a 12-year-old kid, I thought it was a comedy.
Well, a lot of things
she was like a less Magoo female Mr. Magoo, like she wasn't as senile or something. Jessica Fletcher.
And I have to say, the home of the West Virginia, I have to say, one Matlock, just out of respect for Andy Griffith, even though it wasn't technically comedy, an Andy Griffith show. Because the Andy Griffith show is amazing.
I refuse to watch that remake with Kathy Bates. I'm sorry.
I don't touch it, but the original, my grandfather used to watch that all the time. So that holds a core memory for me. But yeah. Sorry, we're derailing.
No, it's okay. I mean, as far as those TV shows go, I have to say, whenever they do a remake of things, you get kind of scared. I just still remember how blown away I was by the remake of Galactica. I was like, this show wasn't really a huge thing, but I remember watching it as a kid thinking, it's schlock, but it's entertaining schlock.
Battlestar Galactica was good until the last season.
Yeah, let's just forget that. It's kind of like that last season of News Radio and Transporter 3. Sometimes you just have to pretend that things ended early.
Well, it's like Game of Thrones. Like we all pretend like Game of Thrones ended in season 6.
And this is why I'm perfectly fine with Firefly just being Firefly. And
Joss Whedon would have fucked it up.
Yeah. Because like I'd rather get it cut off too early and let my imagination be able to think on it, as opposed to getting completely just decimated and destroyed by. For a perfect example, Game of Thrones, because it wasn't just a season. It was like 3 people argue it was like 4 seasons out of 8. And, it's hard to argue with some of the points they make. But me personally, the last 2, just complete, utter, just filth. And if they ended at 6 and was just like, no, we're not making any more, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, that's unfortunate. I'd like to see how this wrapped up, but at least it wasn't disappointing. And Spud Gun puts Life of Brian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Life of Brian.
I mentioned that. Life of Brian was a fantastic, just Monty Python. Like, you had to be there.
Yeah.
Well, just the original Flying Circus. That was so good. That was so good.
It was.
When you
and in these the quantifiable criteria that I posited earlier, that one of them can be, for its time, like how influential, because comedy serves a purpose, right? In a lot of times, comedy helps to deal with tragedies that have gone on, or deal with censorship issues, these kinds of things, like very real world, tangible things that we all sort of, at one point in our lives take for granted. Unfortunately, we're going a little bit in reverse now, but like things like Blazing Saddles, Flying Circus, they really pushed some of the boundaries of what was going on at the time to make things easier, like make race relations easier, make fun of race relations, make what's the term when you the jester makes fun of the king. You the emperor has no clothes sort of comedy, right? To sort of humble somebody who's a little too high up there, be it government or a monarch or what have you. The institutions.
Yeah. Well,
I think it just. Yeah.
Well, just for the record, I actually do like a lot of things. I can even like things that aren't really very good. So here's a movie which you guys might like.
Yes!
Anna and the Apocalypse, which is it's like you did not see that one coming. Great Christmas movie with zombies and singing.
Definitely a Christmas movie.
It's a zombie Christmas musical.
It was really good.
It's really good. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Have you seen this, Sora?
It looks familiar.
I think this would appeal to you.
Fairly recent.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the chickie's name who was Anna?
I don't think she's anyone super famous. Ella Hunt.
Ella Hunt, right.
Yeah. No, it's a good movie. I like that movie. But I like things. There's things
Harry.
I like. I like musicals. I like, even sometimes I'll even watch a romantic comedy. I just won't admit
Harry.
it. What?
Yeah.
You're waxing poetic in the show.
No.
We're at 1:30 in the morning my time and
no.
time. And
Okay.
Buddy Boy's got to go bed.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.